what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it this real. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it this real. Like you, like you, like you, like you, like you, like you, like me. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it this real. Yeah. Drop your 3 cents. Drop your 3 cents. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it this real. Drop your 3 cents. Drop your 3 cents. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it this real.
Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? Man, long week. I'm your boy, Third Degree. We got Jess in the house. How you doing, Jess?
Doing pretty good. It's Friday.
Finally. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. We were supposed to be here last Friday, but something unexpectedly happened, and I had to take a little trip. I had to go do a little quick performance out in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So, I would have loved to have been here, but I spent all day Friday traveling, and there would have been no time for me to really just get on. Or by the time I would have got on, I would have already missed the show. You know what I'm saying? It would have been like 3 hours or so, you know what I mean? Like late. So I apologize on my behalf, but we are here. We're here. I see we got Tish here, and we're giving her some time to just get adjusted to get ready. How's your week been, Jess?
Pretty good. Pretty productive.
Nice. You doing anything fun? How was your Juneteenth?
My Juneteenth was pretty good. My one of my friends took me out to the beignet spot. So
went in Riverside, right?
In Riverside, yes, beignet spot. It was thebomb.com.
So what did you get at the beignet spot?
It was some chicken tenders, I believe it was, or chicken strips with beignets.
No, okay. So how were the beignets?
The beignets were delicious.
Nice. Was that your first time having beignets, or?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Very first time, and it was bomb.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like them Creoles when they make them beignets, but you definitely got to try them out in Louisiana.
Yes.
My first beignet was in Louisiana, and I'm like, okay, it's pretty doggone tasty. It
is very tasty.
Man. But I've been wanting some Creole food. So I went to Miami. I didn't have no time to really go get no Jamaican food, no Cuban food. And I was right there in Little Havana. I was strictly there to work. Man. So I've been like craving it. And then for lunch the other day, I DoorDashed some Jamaican joint, you know what I mean? And they just went the business. If I'm gonna do some Jamaican, it has to be like Island Breeze out here in Colton, you know what I'm saying? And some. Or they got like the jerk grill out here in Redlands, you know what I'm saying? And I heard that's pretty bomb. So I've yet to try them, but I need some authentic Jamaican food in my system to make up for what I lacked in Miami. Man. So there. So we're gonna go ahead and just get into some ratchetness. We'll have some ratchet news for y'all. It's your boy Third Degree, and I'm back with more ratchet news. Man, so much to uncover and go through. But first off, let me apologize. I had some business I had to take care of last Friday. So we're going to get the ratchet news from last week and this week too. We're going to mix it in a little bit. But let me start off by saying happy belated Father's Day to all the men who are active in their kids' lives and holding it down. We salute you. We salute you. We salute you. I hope you had a great one. All except for maybe if somebody hit me and said happy Father's Day to all the dads except for Brian McKnight. Cold-blooded. But moving on. Also, a happy heavenly belated birthday to the late great Tupac Shakur, who celebrated his birthday the same day as Father's Day, June 16th. So definitely got to shout out and salute. But more on him later. We're going to put a toothpick in that. We're going to come back to Pac later. But moving on. Also, this week it was Juneteenth. Federal holiday observed in the United States, celebrating the day that, actually the last day of slavery, which was in Texas in, I believe June 19th, 1865. And shout out to Opal, who was the grandmother of Juneteenth. It was a hell of a Juneteenth, All thanks to our boy K-Dot. But more on that later. We'll get back to that. In Black Excellent News, Maryland Governor Westmore erases more than 175,000 marijuana convictions. Salute to you. Maybe you should give some pointers out to Mr. President Biden if he wants to definitely win re-election. You know, wink, wink. For, I guess, the next president, Kamala Harris. But more on that. Moving on. Also, shout out to Uncle Nearest, officially surpasses $1 billion valuation and becomes the fastest growing American whiskey brand. Let's drop some love for them and salute Black Excellence along with this Black Juneteenth, Pac's birthday, Father's Day, Kendrick's birthday, MC Rand's birthday, Q's birthday. We just doing big things around here, yo. So salute. Now for the ratchetness. LA City Council members have removed the no U-turn signs in a gay neighborhood, says they're homophobic. So since when is the U-turn? Can someone enlighten me, tell me what the U-turn mean or what the backwards U? I don't understand. We gonna be removing everything. We keep this up, but moving on. 2 female teachers forced to resign after allegedly trying to set up a foursome with one of their students. They some freaky asses right here, boy. I tell you, that's just nasty. With one of their students, I wonder how long this has been going on. How much of that extra credit they've been giving out, But moving on. Speaking of Maryland, a trans woman wins Miss Maryland USA. Bailey Ann Kennedy's pageant victory is the first in so many ways. So a man wins Miss Maryland. Okay, moving on. Diddy scrubs his Instagram completely clean. And if you don't know what I mean, check this out. I mean completely clean. I don't know what's going on or what might be on the horizon for him, but I don't know, man. That's crazy. This saga continues. No, speaking of justice, make sure you guys go check out Twisted Justice, which is on Tubi, which stars my homegirl Dakia. Make sure you guys go out, support. All right, on to the next. I'll be glad when campaign season is over. Social media roasts Trump for filling black church event in Detroit with mostly white people. I mean, they tell you who they are all the time, but you niggas don't want to believe them. But he loves Black Star, right? Anyway, moving on. Shout out to Bad Boys Ride or Die that just reached history, making a milestone, over $1 billion globally. So, Will Smith is back and he's in full effect. For those that were saying that Will Smith was done, they can eat a fat one because that movie was dope. And speaking of people hating on Will Smith, check out what this nigga had to say. Stephen Asshole Smith says he won't watch another Will Smith movie until he talks to the black community about why he slapped Chris Rock. This is the same dude who had made some questionable remarks in regards to the black community, and he has the nerve to try to question Will Smith as if he speaks for the black community. But he faced a lot of backlash behind it, and it had to go back and kind of rebut some of the statements that he made, which was rightfully so, because he doesn't speak for the black community. I don't even think we necessarily trust him as to be a part of the black community, but that's just me and my 3 cents. We could talk about this on another thing, but then he said something that was actually intelligent that I have to kind of agree with. Staying within his lane, Stephen Asshole Smith suggests 2 former co-workers for Lakers head coach position, which was Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, or Stan Van Gundy, one of them Van Gundys. But, I actually have to agree with him. Like, this is more his lane, more his speed. Stick to that, you know what I mean? Because all that other stuff, the social issues, you don't really resonate well with us when it comes to that. But then, the Lakers dumbasses did this. The Lakers hired J.J. Redick as the new head coach of the Lakers. He has no coaching experience ever. He's just been an analyst on ESPN. And he's played for the Slippers, for like 4 years or so. But I guess we ain't winning a championship no time soon. You know what I mean? Because again, like LeBron's like already old as hell. Then we got a new inexperienced coach. The Lakers front office is starting to look like a circus, and I just don't know what. But speaking of Lakers, rest in peace to the late great Jerry West. He was a Lakers legend. The Lakers front office, they did him wrong too, and he wound up, consulting with Golden State, helping building the dynasty up there. And then the last little place that he was with the Slippers, which is where I met him at. And, you know, mind you, I talked trash to him about the Clippers, you know, not winning the championship, but looks like we're about to be in the same predicament because the Lakers front office is stupid, but RIP to Jerry West. And then to make matters even worse, Boston Celtics have now won their 18th championship, surpassing the Lakers, which we're still stuck at 17. And it don't look like we're going to catch up anytime soon, thanks to the front office. But congrats to the Boston Celtics for, you know, getting one before us, bastards. There's a rumor going on that T'Challa from Black Panther will be recast after Secret Wars. I mean, we shall wait and see. I think they should have went on ahead and bid that, but that's just my 3 cents. But shout out to Tank for his knockout. We'll see you. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it looked like, speaking of knockouts, Lil Fizz got his ass knocked out, but he shouldn't get up talking trash after he got knocked out. But I don't know. That's just me. Moving on. Ja Rule asking, do men still wear ripped jeans? Well, I guess he's laughing at things that they're out of style, but if anybody would know about going out of style, it would be him. Moving on. Last but not least, but speaking of ass whippings and knockouts, Drake just took another L. Kendrick Lamar performs They Not Like Us 5 times in a row. I think it was actually 6 at a pop-out concert in Los Angeles, further cementing him as the king of hip-hop and Drake as the loser in this battle. It was pretty nasty. As a matter of fact, you know, Kendrick channeled Pac in this whole energy. And we're going to talk about it next. So that's all that I got. I hope you enjoy the show. Peace. Anyway, I'm your boy Third Degree, and that's been your Ratchet. Well, I'll be damned.
What's going on, my beautiful people?
David Ruffin back in the building. What's up, Clay?
Damn, did you miss me?
Absolutely. What's going on, sis?
Man, we
I
got
am back.
3 of the
I'm
Temptations.
good,
We're just
I'm
waiting for the
good.
other
What's up
2.
with y'all?
What's
Oh,
going
man,
on?
Yeah, I'm
How
good.
y'all
I
been,
had to take a
man?
mental break, but I'm good.
We know you
I'm
just
back
wanted
100%.
the limo.
So you in
went solo
trouble?
limo. You didn't want the ride with the rest of the Temptations. You want your own limo, your own dressing
That's
room.
right, because
You know what I'm saying? You
special
want
like that.
David
That's
Ruffin
why.
and the Temptations. You know.
That's right. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Yeah, so I'm back. So we good.
Welcome back.
Thank
Quez,
you
what's good
so
with
much.
you?
Man, I'm good, brother. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my tardiness, y'all. You know what I mean?
You have good reasons.
Right.
Are we allowed to say on air?
Hey, you say what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was running around for you.
Say with my chest. Say with my chest. Congrats to our boy Quez over here. Mr. Eddie Kendricks over here. He had just had a new little bundle of joy. A young king in the making. You know what I'm saying? Making me an uncle, making Tisha auntie, making Jess an auntie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you and the team.
Congratulations.
Thank you, y'all. You see my office is in disarray. We got diaper bags and boxes of diapers. He got to find his spot because it's not in here. But we're gonna figure it out.
And I'm gonna tell the little king, you know, we were holding out hope. We were hoping for you to be a Juneteenth baby.
Man,
Sure was. I was
A little bit longer.
They gypped me by an hour, man. You know what I'm saying? The doctor, the nurses was yelling at me like, "Sir, we can't wait. Okay, I know it's only an hour, but sir, we cannot wait. The baby is coming." So you just, man, I was in there pressing the line like, man, y'all can hold on about 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That we right here. We are right at the press.
No, when babies are ready to come, they ready to come. They don't care what you want.
Man, no army on this planet, nor God himself can stop the birth of that baby when it's time.
My experience with giving birth, I think they could have waited.
Nah, literally, his head was crowning. They was like, sir, sir, his head is right here. Okay. I said, push it back up there. You know what I'm saying?
And I know the queen was like, he right where he is. Take him out.
You know, told me to shut up about 50 million times.
I know that's right. It's your fault.
But no, I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it, y'all. Man,
and love, man. We happy for you over here.
Very.
Man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. That's
Young
the last
king in the making.
Mohicans.
I feel it, man. Young king in the making.
Right.
Is D ready?
Yeah, last of the Mohicans. Ain't no more after this one.
No, I feel you. We just missing one more of the Temptations. We got Eddie Kendrick. We got Otis Williams right here. We got Paul Williams right there. We got David Ruff, and we just missing what's the other cat's name?
My name should have been first. David Ruffin is first.
Hell.
Right?
Have it.
Hey man.
You gonna call me that? Put some respect on my name.
Exactly.
Respect on it.
Busy.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
I find, man, I had a whole week to chill, man. I ain't gonna lie. It felt good not going to work all week.
No, man, rub it in.
I ain't gonna hold you. I still was tired, but this is a tired I'm willing to pay for. You know what I'm saying? It put life in perspective. Like,
right.
To these people's job. And shit, I'm already gonna be tired of my family. God, late. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be begging to run back to work.
Man, I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm still feeling it from Miami. Like I haven't really been able to recoup. Like ever since I got back, I've been on the ground running. You know what I'm saying? So ever since like last Friday, I was on the ground just running. Had to spend all day traveling to get there. Then Saturday had to do the show. Then Sunday spent all day Sunday coming back and had a 5-hour layover in Texas. Oh damn it! I forgot to add that into the Ratchet News. I saw Whataburger and almost spit on it and say you ain't in and out.
Oh Lord, leave them people's burgers.
Man, they not though. I can attest to that.
Right.
Whataburger is not in and out.
Somebody had the nerve to fix their mouth to say Whataburger is better than in and out. I said the funk it is.
They're definitely not from California.
Right.
Man, I almost bought a Whataburger just to bring it back to California to take it to In and Out to show what a real burger looked like. You know,
boy, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, really.
What is going on, son?
Get some rest. You need to sleep.
Yeah, boy.
Because that's you do it too much.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you take your money? No.
To show them what a real burger looked like. I would have gave it to somebody, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have partaken in it. But hey, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are watching, make sure you guys hit the share button, hit the like. Facebook is kind of tripping. They tripped on us like the week prior. So make sure you guys are hitting the like and the share button. If you're watching it on Facebook, make sure you're smashing the love button or the like button, you know what I'm saying? So you can just mess up their algorithm, But D, how are you doing? How's your week?
Busy.
Yeah.
Too busy. Way too busy.
Really?
Say way too busy.
Okay.
Y'all remember I'm still dealing with the character over there and putting him he's in a nice nursing home. So nice. It's a home, but it has other people in there too. But he has his own room. He has everything he wants, but he just want to fight with me all the time, and I ain't got time. He gonna make me lose all my blessings.
He's not in his right mind.
We found out he is.
Oh yeah.
That's a story for a different day.
Right. Exactly.
Man. So how was you guys' Juneteenth? So for the fathers out there, happy belated Father's Day. I wasn't able to really wish y'all one.
Yeah,
shout out.
Appreciate it. Good. Happy Father's Day, man.
Hope y'all enjoyed it.
I was working. So yeah. But shout out to Miss Jess. As soon as I got back though, she had a nice fresh dinner waiting for me, later on that night. As soon as we couldn't celebrate it that day, she cooked like some lamb, some rice, some potatoes.
Dang, like that, Jess?
Yeah.
Hey.
Girl,
feel good to be loved, don't it? You know what I'm saying?
Because I showed on her teacher saying she cooked nothing. Right? I ain't
Yeah.
mad because
No,
I
I
It's not
didn't.
that I won't. It's just that,
Right.
yeah, I didn't.
That's how I did. I said, shoot. I looked over like, you get it all the other times. Don't play with me
You don't
today.
get me in
Come
trouble.
on, man.
Don't get me in trouble.
I was
But,
like, don't play.
Man,
but he spent time with his family. You know, we don't have kids, so spend time with your family and do your thing, and I'll see. Happy Father's Day. That's what you got from me.
Boy.
no doubt, no doubt.
Gonna get
So how was your guys' Juneteenth?
The Juneteenth?
I relaxed. I didn't go out and do anything. Mm-mm.
I tried to.
Man,
I was just at the house.
I was in a hospital room, crip walking, and screaming, "They're not like us." With Amazon Prime. You know what I mean? That's what I was doing on Juneteenth.
That's great.
Yeah, I was watching Kendrick pop out and show niggas. You know what I mean? Live and direct on Amazon Prime, and
That's right.
making the nurses nervous at
You can
11
stream in
o'clock at night.
hospitals now.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
You can stream in hospitals now.
Mm-hmm. They have those. Some of them have
No,
those channels up on there for you.
My phone. Yeah, I had
But yeah, but some of them they do have the channels programmed on there.
I
Yeah.
was on
Nice.
Amazon Prime on my phone with my headphones in, and having a good old time at the Pop Out and Friends concert. You know what I mean?
So for those that don't know, Kendrick Lamar performed a pop-out show in his hometown of Los Angeles at the Forum in Inglewood.
Right.
And it's called Ken and Friends. So it had 3 different sets. It had DJ Head with his set, which he brought out a lot of like LA rappers, you know what I'm saying? Some who are known, some were unknown, but gave him a good platform and a good spotlight. Shout out to DJ Head for that one. Then you had DJ Mustard who came through with his set, and he brought out Ty Dolla $ign, YG. Who else did he bring out? Man, he brought out a few, and he played all of his.
Tyler the Creator.
Tyler the Creator.
You know what I'm saying? Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch.
Yeah, it was up with him. He's
man.
Tommy the Clown.
Tommy the Clown came out.
Yeah, it was definitely the city.
It was
definitely was the city.
West Coast. West.
Then at like 6:30 or so, I thought he was gonna come out at 6:16 and be even more petty because he's a Gemini, but it was close or roughly around there. Then the one that Quez like to say is on Demon Time. He appeared. He appeared to do something like this.
Give me Tupac, read back, and I might give you a little respect. Remember, hey, Top Dog. Crush, my middle name is still.
For those that need more context, it went a little something like this too.
Never boys, certified, pedestal. God, fuck 'em up. I'ma do myself. Why you calling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably.
Hey.
Wait, and he is so slick. Like that little dance that he did. Have you recognized somebody else doing that? I was like, that's cold. That was Drake's dance from
from a hotel hotline, whatever.
Yes.
He is petty. He is petty.
So petty,
You want to know even more petty? Watch this. Right.
I see dead people. Mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance. Tell him please, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross. He walk around like, what's up with these draconian ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate him. Fuck him all in him, mama. How many options really got? Mean it's too many options. Finish pass on his body. I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
Man. Anytime you get Dr. Dre out the house at 97 years old to do a concert, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem.
Leave this man alone.
Oh man. So yes, Cheryl, he's still dissing Drake, but he's doing.
Yeah, and it's not gonna stop. So you might as well just.
I don't know if it's like dissing, but more like taking a knife and like twisting it in his back and just. No,
Yes.
Kendrick's so diabolical. He's twisting it from the front, just
He's
getting
looking
him.
at
You know what I'm saying?
in his
Like,
face.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna be here for a while, so we got.
so for those that are missing it, you know, the significance of it, there's so many different significances to it, because in one of the diss songs, Drake said, you know, you rapping like you try to free the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also said, I get more love in your city than you do, or something. I'm just kind of paraphrasing for a minute. So, you know, and then he also said, you don't put no money tree in the city where you from and all this other stuff. So Kendrick being Kendrick, and then also I think he's still pissed off about Drake having that Tupac ring. You know, mind you, Juneteenth.
Yeah, right.
Just a little bit. So with Juneteenth literally coming like right after Tupac's birthday, Drake, not Drake, but Kendrick decides to come out rocking an outfit that was eerily similar to what Pac rocked in the 1994 Source Awards, where he infamously ran on stage. He snatched the mic out of a Tribe Called Quest's hand, and he performed a song called "Out on Bail."
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, this man is man. So here's how this gets broken down even more. Well, actually, no. Before I go into it, so then also, so he does a show on Juneteenth, which essentially is the day where the last day where I guess slavery was announced in Texas that it had been ended. So then he also does it in the Forum, and he also not only brings out some of his friends, but he united all of LA, bringing Bloods and Crips all on the same stage. Unknown rappers, known rappers, all on one, giving them a platform. Then he turned around and then he played that song 6 times. The significance is because Drake calls himself the 6th guy.
Oh.
Yeah, it was definitely a hip hop moment to remember, man. Like for real, for the coast. Like I was upset. I was out here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know I'd be complaining about tacos and beaches and all of that good stuff, man. But that one right there, like, yeah, that made me homesick like a mug. I know the West was up, you know, and acting a fool. Like they was out there Hoover stomping on the stage and blood walking and Crip walking. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like,
there was not one incident. Nothing happened. Not one.
Before,
so don't
after,
tell us we can't do that.
During, that's almost impossible on the West Coast to get that many hoods together,
right?
And not have no issues. You know what I'm saying? From mainstream down to the little soldiers, man. You know what I mean? So that was a beautiful thing.
What did you say? I'm gonna laugh too. What did you say?
I said that's why the game wasn't invited.
Oh, girl, that's another topic.
Yeah, I'm gonna come to his defense. Like, I don't know if it wasn't where he wasn't invited, but he's neutral. He's cool with both of them. The best thing to do is if you're friends with both of them, then just kind of like to stay home. You know what I'm saying? Like, Snoop wasn't there because he had a show out in Canada. But, you know, LeBron James was in attendance. And, you know, and LeBron James and Drake are friends. But LeBron, you saw his big ass head bobbling and nodding to the songs. And I went to go check to see if Drake was following him on Instagram. And I don't see no followers.
There ain't no neutral, bro. When it's the coast versus everybody, man, fuck that.
Wait, Quez. Brian is not from here. He's from Cleveland. No, he's from Akron.
He chose a side. He picked a side.
He
wasn't no neutral.
Right.
There wasn't no neutral. He picked a side.
Shut up.
You can't say Drake is my brother and Kendrick is the homie. You know what I'm saying? You can't say stuff like that and then expect us to feel some type of way about you. Bro, you chose your side, and it wasn't us. So stand out there, JC on, and go get your little elephant trunk stripper panties and take your ass back to the Palomino, because that's where you need to be at, sir. We don't want to hear no more rap music from you. You take your ass back to the Palomino upstairs and dance for them women's, and that's what you do. Get your baby oil and carry your ass on, bro.
I opened up for the game before, man. You know,
yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
And he chose a side. And it wasn't us. It was not us. Anytime you say some random nigga that's not from the not even from California, he's just not from the United States. that Drake is your brother and then Kendrick's just the homie? Like, come on, man. You got to do better. You got to do better.
It's politics 101 because again, who knows? Game might have an album coming out, you know what I'm saying, in a Drake feature. I mean, you know.
Throw it in the trash.
What?
Anybody that has a Drake feature right now, throw it away. It's not going to work out.
Time, right? It's not the time.
It's not going to work out. I'm telling you right now.
Let this die down. So
it's not.
It's not
one Delilah and you know what I'm saying. That other shit he did with Sexy Red. You see how this is going. No Drake features all 2024. That's what I'm on. Dark skin energy. Dark skin energy only. We're not doing no Drake features for the rest of 2024. Go on about your business, man. Man, you got to choose the coast, man. And I don't care who it is. West Coast versus everybody.
Man,
and
so
I'm in Atlanta letting them know that I'm in Atlanta telling y'all.
You left it though.
I'm still the coast. And ain't no I left it.
But
you know what I'm saying?
still
When
left
it comes
it,
between the coast and the rest of the world.
It's so great. You still, if you represent, you left it though.
Oh my goodness.
You would leave it too. I mean, but wherever you go out in the world, you represent. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
Their own choice of which one they want to do. You know?
Now, okay, let's put a toothpick in that. Hold up.
Thank you.
Because at the same time, I mean, let's keep it a buck. I love California myself, and the only thing that's really keeping me here is the fact that I love California. Like I love the Lakers. I love where I'm at because I'm right in between the middle where if I want to go see a Laker game, I go hop up and go see a Laker game. If I want to go to Hollywood or go to some industry party, I can go. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in another state, I can't necessarily do that unless I got a plan to get a ticket and all this other stuff. But if we're keeping it a buck, the home prices out here in California, if you want to try to own land, it's damn near impossible. Food's rising, gas rising. There's a lot of stuff that's really keeping things that's taking the enjoyment out of California. So as much as I love it, you know what I'm saying, if I decide to move, does not mean that I don't love it less. It means that, hey, I'm trying to build generational wealth for my family or trying to establish something that I could leave behind for my kids because right now it's kind of hard to do in California.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And my family that's in Georgia right now, they rock Lakers jerseys in Georgia.
Man, it's a whole lot of West Coast reputables out here.
Yeah, all over. There's other places too. So
That's what I'm saying.
Once you the West, like that's it.
And they finna build a Jack in the Crack out here. You know what I'm saying? We already got Taco. Yeah, man. Once they build a Jack in the Crack, man, I might be okay for a minute. You know
if they build it in and out, I might have to do it tomorrow.
It's over. It is over. I ain't never coming back. No, I'm just playing. You know, I love it.
Yeah, man. But on top of that, you know, a lot of places, especially in Georgia, they love California dudes. They love the culture.
I don't know nothing about that.
I'm saying they got from the men and the women, they got a lot of love for California dudes. They respect the culture.
I wouldn't know.
I can't see.
Not saying it like that, say respect the culture. But anyway, peep out what DJ Head and Elliot Wilson had to say about the Kendrick pop-up show. Then we'll move on to one of our topics.
Kendrick set. DJ Head, break down how you feel the actual set. Kendrick Lamar set.
He's a surgeon, and right? I think he set the tone with the first record. And
wearing the Pac-inspired outfit. What's going on with that?
And changing the lyrics too. He told Drake, "Give the ring back, and I'll show you some respect."
That is extremely surgical, and I've never seen anybody execute like him.
They say he did not drink any water. What is this level of conditioning he has?
I've never seen anybody execute in real time like Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. I've never seen anybody as surgical and as tactical as Kendrick Lamar Duckworth in the way that he approaches things. So when it comes to those think pieces on YouTube about like this means that and this is that, and it ain't that deep. Like he's not doing that. But when it comes to the way he presents to the world, that's always intentional every time, in my opinion.
West Coast.
That he rose to the moment.
West Coast.
West Coast. I love DJ Head, man.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Head. But yeah, for those, it was a great Juneteenth, and Kendrick turned it up. Anybody who watched that was buzzing the next day. It was all everybody talked about, you know. So shout out to Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying, for putting on a phenomenal show. Shout out to him for showing love and uniting a lot of different LA fractions. You know what I'm saying? That was big right there. And just shout out to just everybody that participated. It was a big monumental night, and he continues to show love. So Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Lamar is the king of hip hop. I back up Snoop with that one.
Absolutely. Thank you. Shout out K Dot. You know what I'm saying?
K Dot.
Putting the West back on the map.
All right, y'all. Well, let's get into some of these topics. Make sure you guys are hitting the like and the share button. Please, if the panel, I need y'all just to make sure you hit the share just so we can F up the algorithm. Start tagging people in the comments section. Let them know to come on through and to talk. We got a few live topics. We got men's mental health. Since it's June, it's Men's Mental Health Month. We're talking about why do men stay silent? So that's something. And shout out to the women who were here like the last live that we did, because Jess and Adoration, they had definitely. And then shout out to the ones in the comments. They had questions, and they were asking us as men, our perspective and our feelings on certain things, because again, it's something that a lot of things that men don't really open up and talk about. So we're talking about here on this platform. So for anybody out there, especially like women, if you have any questions or any insight, feel free to hit us up and to talk. The next topic we're going to talk about too, or one of the other topics is, I saw a clip that shout out to Jessica for pretty much saying, it was a clip asking a woman saying that she was a woman in a man's dress, or a man in a woman's dress or something, I guess in regards to like feminine and masculine energy with certain things. And then another clip that I seen was shout out to tonight's conversation was, does bad mothering or does bad parenting equate fuckboys? You know what I'm saying? I think we talked about this partially before, but we can take a deep dive into it. So if you're coming on, make sure that you guys are in a nice quiet spot. You guys with your Wi-Fi. If you're using your phone, just know that your phone will act. You have to plug in your headphones, and your headphones will work as a microphone, and it picks up everything. Also, make sure that you don't have anything else going on in the background. You're not chewing, you're not spitting, sneezing, whatever, because that mic picks it up. And as Quez likes to say, we are a production, and we're going out all to the world. So, all right. So now that we got that out the way. No third word for today. There's word, we're just going to continue just West Coast. That's the word. But
I approve that message.
Demon time.
That's funny. Yeah, that word might work best depending on where these topics go.
Right. All right, so we'll let the panel. We have men's mental health. Why do men suffer in silence? Women, are you a man in a woman's dress? And does a bad relationship with your mother create an F-boy?
Women? Where y'all want to start?
Like I always say, it's Men's Mental Health Month. You
Right.
guys choose.
Y'all should choose.
Let's start with women. A man in a dress. Let's start there.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see that clip. I didn't watch it on purpose because I wanted to.
Oh, okay. We're gonna see your reaction in real time.
Authentic, you know what I'm saying? Reaction.
Right.
That's
all right. So there was a clip that Jess had actually. It was something that her cousin had sent. Matter of fact, hit your cousin up too.
She's on. Well, I don't know if she's on anymore, but she did get on.
No, okay. But yeah, we got this clip that Jessica's cousin sent, to her, and then I'm like, oh, that would make a good topic on the show. So here goes the clip.
A lot of young ladies out here that are men in skirts. I look as feminine as possible because I am trying to overcompensate. I'll own it. I'll be vulnerable. I am trying to visually overcompensate for what I know is a default masculine posture that I walk through the world with every day. Of course I do. You see my taxes. No, I mean, but for real, I got a payroll,
Yeah.
And so when you are leading in this way, when you are providing not just for yourself, but for those around you, your whole community, how are you not masculine in your energy, right?
Yeah.
But to Melissa's point, most of the women I know, especially the Black women, we would love if we didn't have to. What people don't realize. What'd you say?
I want to be soft and pink.
Correct. Yeah. What most people don't realize is that most masculine women are masculine by mandate, not by choice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We're masculine because we have been made to be. Yeah. We're masculine because if I don't go qualify for this mortgage, if I don't put these kids in the best schools, if I don't really make sure that my neighborhood is safe for me and my children to walk down, it won't be safe. We have a lot of young ladies out here.
Mm-hmm. All right. So disclaimer, we'll let the ladies go in. It's the same woman who said that she wouldn't date a bus driver. You know what I'm saying? But now she's pregnant. She's walking around with a pregnant belly bump. I think she went to a sperm bank, allegedly, or something like that to get pregnant.
I think she's been artificially inseminated.
So no man in the home. So that says a lot about her. That's my 3 cents. But how do you women feel about the clip that you just seen? Do you agree or disagree?
My question is, okay, because to me, this new feminine and masculine energy is the terminology is kind of still, I wouldn't say new to me, like I haven't heard it before, but I'm thinking of if there's not another parent in the home and you're the main parent, like I don't see it as feminine or masculine energy. I think it's being an adult, taking care of the things that you need to take care of. That's how I see it, because I don't necessarily tack on the man paying all the bills, the man doing, I've already said it before, I'm the 50-50 person, but I don't see that as if I have to take on that role to support myself and to support my family, that means I'm masculine. That I see masculine as I'm trying to be, quote unquote, like in a man's place to where it's not, to me, it's more, I think I see it more gender specific rather than task oriented. So with this, it's always going to be a conflict with me per se, because I don't see a woman standing on her own, being independent when she doesn't have that help as masculine energy. Like she can still, to me, in my opinion of what masculine and feminine is, she can still be that feminine, independent woman. She's just taking care of everything she needs to take care of so that her and her family, can function. That's how I see it. So my output is going to be a little bit different because I don't see it as her becoming masculine because she's taking care of her home.
Right. Dear Jessica?
Okay, for me, being a single mom, when Edward came into the picture, it was hard for me to allow him to do things because I was independent. I did everything on my own. You know what I mean? So whenever he would say, "Oh, okay, I can help," I'd be like, "No, I got this." You know what I mean? Because I'm used to doing everything, literally everything on my own. Disciplining the kids, everything. Yes, I'll tell their father, "Oh yeah, they got a referral at school today because they did this, this, and this." Does he do anything? No. I have to be the one to step up and do literally everything. Yes, I'm by myself. Yes, I'm supposed to be an adult and do that, but I literally have no help. Literally. They take him on the weekend, that's it. You know what I mean? If my children disrespect me, nothing is said. I'm doing it on my own. My backup is my mom. Now that Edward is in the picture, he's my backup, So I kind of get what she's saying. You know what I mean? Because I'm paying all the bills. I'm being the provider. Only me, I don't get help financially. Well, from one of the fathers, I do get help, but the other one, no, I don't get any help financially. So I'm literally providing everything for the 2 older ones at the time when Edward came into the picture. And it's hard. It's hard for me to be soft, like they were talking about, because I'm always in survival mode all the time.
No doubt. Cheryl says money is just that, money. Does not define feminine, masculine roles.
So I want to play advocate just a little bit. Oh, go ahead, D. I'll wait till you
That's
finish.
okay. Go ahead.
No, because I know what I'm going to ask is kind of going to a different direction. So let's get your input first before I ask what I want to ask, because she just brought up a lot of good points. So I want to
did.
dive
And I
in.
feel her and I feel what Tisha's saying too. I've been there. I've been out of that single mother situation, and I feel you, Jess. I was in that boat where I didn't get any help. I didn't get anything, and it's not. And I think people or some men, when they look from the outside and they say that, well, the single mothers are bitter or they're mad or they're so masculine. We didn't choose to be in that position. We thought we were going into that position having a child and was going to have this man with us. We didn't know he was going to be a sucker because he put all that game in the beginning. So we had no clue. So the children have to depend on one parent. So that parent, it's got to be the mother. Unfortunately, at that time, in that situation, there are some men that are, it's not downplaying single fathers, but it's just saying that for us to be masculine, we have to be tough enough, because if we sit and cry all day long and be weak, then nothing's going to get done. And we get there and we have so much on our back to deal with the children, to deal with the work, to deal with everything, and then cook and then still clean, still get the laundry. I don't think that has to be masculine. I think certain words are like trigger words, are not fit to suit the situation. I don't think that masculine word suits when a woman is handling her business, like the lady said. I gotta pay the mortgage. I gotta do this. Yeah, because what should we do? Just sit back and wait on them? It's not gonna happen. Just like my ex, like now he gets it, but look how long it's taking to get it. My son's 34 years old. Now he wants to play co-grandparent with the grandbaby. But now my son knows that. But I don't think that if a mother is raising it, that her son is going to be an F boy. There's no way my son is. I'm sure with Marquise and Edward, you guys raised by single mother. You had fathers that stepped in, but I don't think that would make a boy an F boy. You see what I'm saying? If a single mother is raising him, or the situations, I think that if anything, he'll see his mother working so hard to where he knows what kind of strong woman he would want in his life. And it makes it better of a foundation and make him want to get his legacy, together. But, I agree with you, Jess, because I know the struggle, honey. Trust and believe. There was times when I had, and I didn't want my friends coming over because I needed my food to last through the week. I don't need you coming over there and me cooking for them. No, y'all got to go. Don't come over here. No.
I'm still like that now, and I got enough food. I still don't want y'all over here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you.
Coming over hungry and greedy.
Yeah,
I have no kids, and I still don't want you coming over. Eat no
my house is not the picnic spot. Don't come over here.
Don't get mad when you get a bill at the end of your meal.
Just because I cook don't mean you can come over. This ain't that.
Right.
That's right.
Okay. But yeah.
All right, but let me play advocacy just a little bit, because I think Jess gave a very insightful look into kind of the situation from what the lady was saying to where she's at now. And I heard, correct me if I'm wrong as I go through this, Jess, because I'm saying I'm pointing at you, so just so it ain't no secret, this all for you. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, but no, like so for an independent single woman with children, right? You said it was a struggle to increase your what would we call it? I guess it would be to increase your safety net, outwards, to allow people to help you that haven't genuinely been there. And I want to focus on that, because I think there are, there's tons of, like, Black women is the highest educated class in America, period, point blank, if we just gonna be honest. Like, it's documented. So there's a plethora of women who may be operating from that stance, and because they've moved in that space for so long, it may be hard for them to transition when the masculine energy comes into that realm because you, not saying that you're masculine, but just because you got your shit together, it's hard for you to relinquish control of something that you've already grasped the reins on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I want to focus on kind of like that transition. Like, what were some of the things that helped you or helped Third, you know, get through that barrier? Because I think a lot of women have that barrier up, especially women with children that are single and new men coming into their life. There's always a barrier, like, you know, whether it's you not meeting the kids or you not coming to my house, or, you know what I'm saying, you don't have no control over here, don't discipline my kids, don't talk to my kids, that type of energy. So how did you transition from point A to point B? 'Cause I think that's a very important piece of the puzzle that a lot of people just gloss over. You know, like Dee said, it's a lot of trigger words like masculine energy and feminine energy, and we just skip over the process. You know what I mean? Of how people got to either one of those sides. So if you can, I'm just being frank. You know what I mean?
For me, I just had to keep reminding myself that he was there. You know, that just like yesterday, a simple car ride to the grocery store. My youngest was in the car and he was throwing a tantrum. And I had to literally remind myself, like, he got this. He got this. You know, he was pretty much disciplining him, you know, talking to him and telling him, no, you can't do that. Explaining to him, you know, why he can't have a tantrum or whatever, you know. And in my mind,
Jeff, as you go on with this story, tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? We know Thursday. Hey man, sit your little motherfucking ass down. Just tell the truth. If that's how it went, like, we want to hear the whole. Just,
I beat up babies.
That is
Don't be
not.
saying that on here. Stop
Yeah,
that.
please no.
Man, shut your motherfucking ass up. Fuck your
Oh,
food.
my
I'm
So
just
no,
playing.
he
Sorry.
was.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He was actually stern with him, you know. And I don't know if a lot of men realize this. Just y'all's voice makes kids act right. Working with kids, when there's a male in there, they act right just like that.
Turn it. Yep. Very true.
Like, for real, we over here constantly over and over and over telling them to do something. And the man just has to say it once and then they listen. I'm like, for real? But that's the way God designed it. You know what I mean? That's my perspective. That's the way God designed it. So yes, there should be a mother and father in the home. You know what I mean? With that situation, I literally had to keep reminding myself to be quiet, don't say nothing, let him do it. Because I'm always the one to do it all the time. So it was really hard to relinquish that control and allow him to be the masculine energy in that situation.
Thank you for that. Because that, like I said, I think a lot of people skip over the importance of both roles, whether you're masculine, feminine, whatever. Like, I know what my wife brings to the table in terms of the household, and she understands what I do. Like, I'm, you know, it is what it is. But I think a lot of people struggle, and I don't want to just put it on the women, because men too. Like, my brother is a single father, you know what I'm saying, and his interaction with women is kind of like, if we ever met a woman that he was interested in, like, it'd be slim to none, for real, because that's just how he is about his son. You know what I mean? So I can see it from both angles, like that you know, protective energy. Even if you a grown man, like, these are still your children, and you know, women can be just as dangerous as men can be in terms of the energy that they bring into your circumference. So, you know, I don't know, maybe Tish or D, y'all got some advice for women that are transferring, because let's be honest, all the women on the panel today are CEOs and entrepreneurs and boss type women. And, you know, from y'all perspective, I'm really interested in hearing it You know, 'cause I know what happened in my situation. I kind of walked into the same type of deal with my queen here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stepfather here too, but I want to hear what went into y'all thought processes of, you know, when you did get into long-term relationships or something, and kind of relinquishing the control of that man leading, you know, from the front, and kind of you taking a step back and what that felt like. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't want to let my lead up. And it was hard because I'm just like, my son was like, you know, quiet a lot. And so I knew how to handle him. And I don't know, for me, I just felt like my home was my safe place for my child. Like, I want him to know that if anything, he could be himself in home anytime. You know, if I got to get that belt, you know what I mean? But most of the time, I just have to get that look. But when I did have a long-term relationship, it was uncomfortable for me. Like, you know, he started criticizing, like saying, well, dear, I don't see you telling him you love him every day. I'm like, what the hell? What? Like, now you getting in my business. You know what I mean? I started feeling some type of way. And when I would chastise, he would try to tell me, like, you don't have to do that. You know, have you tried just sitting and talking? I'm thinking to myself, by the time I get to this level, it's already, so why is you jumping in? And he was an officer too, a cop. So I was really like, you know, you got a badass daughter sitting over here. Why don't you handle her? You know what I mean? But it was hard, but it would work because a lot of times he would happen with him. If I had to work late, you know, or something, he would say, well, I have the kids and stuff. And then I was thinking like, oh, okay. But they built up a bond to where even after we broke up, they were still tight. You see what I'm saying? And I knew he would not give him bad advice. It's just me. I didn't feel that he was, you know, not chastising, but talking to him the way I wanted to. I'm more like, I ain't got time to talk. Get it done. Like, get that room clean now. I don't want you to sit here and explain to him why he got to get the room done. You know what I mean? So it is kind of hard because I felt like I'm in control. I'm the boss. I'm handling this. So it's hard for me to let my rings go. But how I did was, over time, I saw he was genuine and stuff. So I knew then myself, okay, pull back, because I saw my son comfortable. Once a mother sees their kids comfortable, I think that's what makes it more go smoother. And once they see they build a bond, and this man's not just coming in, because, you know, kids will tell you, I don't like him, you know what I mean, or this and that. But when they are comfortable, they basically gonna kick the mama to the curb, you know what I mean? They have more bond and they want to be around them. So then we know we get the idea, we fall back. So I think it goes by that. I think it goes by the spirit and the energy that comes in. And long as that's okay, it'll flow right. You can't force something, and neither can the parent that's coming in to be the step parent. They can't force it either. So, and you can't bring everybody into your home right away. You know what I mean?
I'm sure can't do that.
No. So I'm sure, you know, Jess waited till she was comfortable herself with Edward, and then you bring somebody around your kids once you know for sure this one, okay, I think I must stick with him, you know. Then then it's comfortable, and you don't never have to prep your kids, because you want your kids to be. We know kids, they brutally honest, so
absolutely,
and you know how to read your child.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, I've been around women, I've hung out with women. I wouldn't say, I don't know if dating is necessarily the right term, you know what I'm saying? But as a bachelor, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was around women with children, but for me, I know if it wasn't like a serious situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was something where I see myself with this woman, you know, possibly for the long term, then I didn't necessarily even want to meet the kids. You know, and I know it's kind of harsh.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But
that's real.
Man, fuck them kids. Them ain't my
you know what
kids.
I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. But I get what you're saying though.
Like, real, if we just having fun, if we just kicking it, then there's really no need to get formal. You know what I'm saying? Because even on that aspect, I wasn't bringing just anybody around my family. You know what I'm saying? You have to be of a certain echelon to even kind of like meet my grandma, or even meet my moms, or even like for me to bring my cousins around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there were women who wanted to come to like functions. I'm like, no, you can't come because I don't want to give you any false hope or false impression that this is something that's going to go even deeper. So on the flip, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to come around your kids, and especially if I don't think that I'm going to be around for and build an attachment or any type of like, you know, connection.
Right.
If it ain't really going that further.
Right.
Facts. And for you gentlemen that's out there doing that shit,
stop it.
There eating up these kids' fruit snacks and talk about come here, nephew, and all that type of energy.
Right.
Hey, cut that shit out, man.
Agreed.
You
and women too, don't do that.
Traumatizing these kids. No, I promise.
Like I say, don't play with them kids. We don't.
Yeah, you are further traumatizing these kids, and you know, they mama may be whatever she is, or however she's dealing with her life, but you have some control in that situation as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know what you're supposed to be doing as a male figure. You can't release that type of energy knowing that you're not coming back and somebody that already left that child. And now you're going to sit there and pretend so you can get you some coochie. And then you're going to duck off after you're done and act like you didn't just hurt somebody. So y'all gentlemen don't do that either. You know what I mean? Just to be fair across the board.
Right. And younger kids, they attach quickly. So why would you want to do that and then be like, okay, I'm just going to split, and you have that child again dealing with somebody else abandoning them, and you not there to explain to them why you left or why you're not dealing with the mother anymore. The mother has to go in there and explain to this child why that person is not there. So I've always told, like, if you're dating someone and you're not sure that you're about to spend pretty much the rest of your life with this person, there is no need to introduce them to your children. I don't see the purpose unless you know for sure.
You got some mothers that are just, they trifling. They ain't even going to explain to the child why. They just another Leroy and, you know, pooking them over like it ain't nothing. And then this kid is just lost.
Nigga ain't shit. That's why he go. The nigga ain't shit.
You know, and that boy probably couldn't wait to see somebody come through there and play with him, you know. It's just, you know, you don't play when it comes to, like, even with my grandson, I don't play when it comes to that. Like, I just don't. And 5 years old, he do a lot of talking. You think I don't know how to question him? I sure do. You know, see who his mama got hanging around him, you know. And I always let him know, no matter what. Like, you're 5 years old now. You know how to go to the bathroom by yourself. You know how to pull your pants up by yourself. Nobody else need to go to the bathroom with you. Nobody needs to see your bobo. No one needs to be touching on you. You know what I mean? I let his mind know where I know how to talk to him, to where he knows, like, oh, he told my ex the other day, Nana said put the oil on first and then you put my lotion on. Like, his mind, you know, that's when they're impressionable. You can put anything in their mind to make them like, oh, this ain't the way it's supposed to go. Oh, so I'm telling, you know. That's the way it's supposed to be, you know. So and that's how you have to date. Or, you know, when you're dating a man, you have to watch, because everybody plays the best role they can in the beginning. I ain't about to do all that. We about to sit here and wait and see how you act with me, and then I might test the water, see how you do when you get mad. Do you snap? Do you talk? How do you do? Because the minute I see you snap on my child, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? When you didn't have to, and I didn't give you that role to do that. So no, and snapping on my kid thinking I'm not around, you know what I'm saying? It's too much.
Yeah, people are weird, and women do that too. Because I have male friends that are, and they be telling me the stuff about their, and it'd be the same thing from both sides. So yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, some women are trifling like that, and then the men, like Quest said, the men know that they playing these games. Don't be going over to their house and you know she got kids there. I mean, stop playing the role. You know, get your sheets dirty for a minute. That's all it's about. It's kicking off, you know. Give her a couple of dollars to get a babysitter then. If you want to be a man, really get your box off, you know, do something.
Get you a hotel room or something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't even step in her house. If y'all just doing that, get the hotel room and you invite her over there. Go to her house.
What you say, called Melvin?
I said gold member.
Oh,
Marriott, bon boy.
No, for real though, like for real, that's the type of energy you should be on. Like, okay, you got kids, and that's an issue. You know, if you can get a sitter or whatever, then we can just meet at this specific location, have our time, and then you go back
And
to doing you. Until we figure each other out. If you need to, you know what I mean, bump uglies, then you know what I mean, because let's be real. I'm not telling y'all not to have sex. You know what I'm saying? That if that's your business, that's your business. You know what I mean? It's a lot of good on both sides of the world over there. You know? Sometimes you gotta test the waters. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta test the waters. You know, make sure it's moist. Yes.
Oh, wow.
I
can't. This turned left.
Oh, gosh.
You gotta make sure it's moist. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't going to hell for you. Nope.
So let me ask you, so why is it that some women have a problem when it comes to actually like working, or they equate like working with masculine energy? Like what is that? Because we are in a new era today where again it's being seen as if, you know, you're masculine if you're working, or even if you're masculine if you're handling responsibility. Like what does that mean?
See,
I can't answer that for you because I already told you how I felt about the terminology. Like I agreed with Jess when she gave her side, her point. I understood Dee's point too. Like I get it. My whole problem with it is the terminology being used. Like, why is an independent woman walking around in masculine energy? Like, I don't understand. She's not trying to be a man. She's trying to take care of her family and herself. Masculine energy is the energy that a man puts off, and it's not just about paying bills. Because there's some men at home where the woman is going out working and they're taking care of the home. Is he operating in feminine energy, or is he taking care of the home while the wife is going out getting her career done and stuff like that? Like,
I didn't been there before.
Two picking that Quez and D, because I mean it's people like this who are creating women that have that mindset. So look,
what's wrong with this generation today? These young boys today, what do she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got a woman that can come to the table that can make another you. What else she need to slide up to the table with? What about your job? What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children, to have a family? That's our damn job. But these young boys done forgot it, because these women out here, they've had to be independent because they ain't got the right man.
Okay.
But this system of marriage is still good.
Okay.
This system of a man taking care of a woman, that's really how it's supposed to be. All the rest of it's bullshit, man. And y'all need to quit tricking yourself with this new way of thinking. Because there's no way of thinking. This new way of thinking ain't getting y'all no damn where.
Bullshit.
I was going to say bullshit, because at the same time, here's the thing. So he puts out this book called Think Like a Lady, Act Like a Man, whatever. I own whatever.
Think like a man, act like a
lady.
All right,
whatever.
What
the funk ever, right? So he puts out these books, whatever, get all these women hyped. Yeah, man ain't shit. So at the end of the day, the thing is with him, Steve, you're in a very, very fortunate situation. But if I recall in your story, once upon a time, you were sleeping out of your car. You know what I'm saying? So you have a talent, you were blessed with a God-given gift to where now you're in a position to where now you can sit up there and provide not only for yourself, but you can leave a legacy for your grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? Because you were smart. And at the same time, though, you had like 3 failed marriages too. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, or 2 failed marriages. So you have women who are pretty much in your pocket. So again, my thing is with some of these dudes, and especially with dudes like him, they get up on these high pedestals and they berate like men who are coming up, and they talk ish about them, but they're talking about them from a high horse standpoint. You have money to where you can sit up there and you can employ people and put people on and put them in position. How many of these single dudes are you actually giving jobs so they can provide for their family? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things to where, like, you know, I know you're trying to cater to a specific fan base and a demographic because you want their quote unquote independent woman coins. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to be kind of real about the situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's my 3 cents on that.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you know, but Steve
You
Harvey
felt
does
something about that, didn't
give
you?
people jobs.
Thank you,
He does
Jess.
give men jobs.
And the schools, books, and everything.
Oh yeah, well, Dr.
And
Umar got a school.
computers.
Oh God.
Dr.
Don't
Umar,
do that.
I got a
You know that-
school.
I was gonna say, don't do that. You know that's a touchy subject.
Diddy got a school.
Yeah, so
Bullshit.
does he. Oh,
Diddy got a school.
Don't send your
we're
kids
talking about
there.
giving men jobs.
Don't send your kids to Diddy or Dr. Umar because there's no education over there. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like debauchery, sir. Do not do that.
See?
So I do agree with Steve Harvey because when a man provides, like you've told me many times, oh, why are you so mean? Because I just got off work. I'm tired. Guess what? God created you guys to be the stronger one to be able to handle that. How am I supposed to work?
Whoa! Time out. Pump the
No, ain't
brakes.
no time out. I'm
Whoa,
back.
time out. Just no time out.
No, you gotta let her finish.
Now that you didn't say God, and you know, I was gonna let you get your point off till you brought God in here. I don't think God agree with that shit. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna justify that I'm not emotionally balanced enough to get off work when somebody else got off work, and because I'm not supposed to be working, I get to have an attitude, and God prepared you to be able to deal with my attitude. No, we're not doing that, Jess. Don't do that, ma'am. Come on.
I was tired.
Her moment.
Yeah, for
And
me.
she said, God,
I was tired.
Prepared you to be able to deal with me being tired, getting off work. God had so many plans for my life, and just being tired wasn't damn one of them.
But it was vice versa. She's talking about herself.
Don't do that.
No, ain't no way, Jess. Don't fall for that. Don't listen to that.
Don't fall for what?
No. Because she's talking about in her moment, he's built to support her when she's tired. He's got to uplift her. Don't put her down more and say she's why are you being mean? The same way y'all men say, well, when we tired, we don't want to. We deal with the world already. We don't need to come in and our woman.
Does that justify me being a shitty person? Does that?
No, it's not. But
does that justify me being a shitty person at that moment? No matter what. That's my whole point. Regardless of what happens,
I wasn't even done yet.
Here, you don't get to be a shitty person just because. No, nobody gets that pass.
That's what she was alluding to, D.
No, she was not. She's
go
saying
ahead.
that
I was trying to explain.
I'm tired.
Okay, go ahead, Jess. I'm sorry, but I didn't want that to slip through the cracks.
That's
what it sounded like.
But when it be them, they want the
today because I really ain't supposed to be working, and you the man. Yes. And you supposed to pay all the bills, but nigga, I'm out here at this job, and now I'm tired.
I hear you, D.
You know what I'm saying?
We know.
Come on, man.
That's why you see. That's that mental health this month. See, because y'all ain't listening. Y'all ain't listening.
Whoa. We gonna call this mother sucker right here Stretch Armstrong because that was a huge ass reach.
Because we're trying to explain something and you're not even hearing.
Go ahead, Jess. I'm sorry, Jess. Go ahead. Look,
she's only saying.
Okay, so why don't we let Jess finish what she was saying instead of everybody interpreting, trying to have telepathy and figure out what she was trying to say. Let her finish it first.
I apologize.
Then respond.
One ear and not
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm trying to say that for me, it is hard for me to be soft when I'm out there just fighting the world at my job for however many hours. I work like 12. Yeah, I work about like 12 hours. So it's kind of hard to be soft and feminine since we're talking about the feminine energy. If I'm just coming off work, working 12 hours, then I still got to cook. I still got to clean. I still got to do whatever I got to do with my kids. And then I have to be soft and gentle. Like, that's kind of hard. I'm sorry. That's the straight facts. If I had, let's say we were married, he took the bulk of the load for working, then yes, that gives me the feminine energy to be soft, and him come home and be, hi, babe. You know?
Right.
I can't do that if I just come off of a 12-hour shift. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted.
Oh man, people ain't gonna like me.
Go on. I already know what you gotta say. I already know.
They ain't gonna. So I think at some points, and I'm not saying you, but you know what I'm saying. But at some point,
But he's saying you.
Yeah, he is.
Well, because she kind of alluded to it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we've had this conversation many times, so I already know.
I mean, but she kind of alluded to it. Sometimes people justify. They use their actions to justify bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Again, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, no one's negating the fact that, yeah, you had a stressful day or whatever. But I mean, but justifying shitty behavior is justifying shitty behavior because, again, there are days when I might come in with a mood too. But then again, like we were talking about how D wanted to kind of sporadically pull up men's mental health. I mean, but we're supposed to just shut up, pay bills, and not feel or not say anything because, well, hold up, no, because again, she just hold up, hop, dap, ba-do, ba-dee, ba-dee. So ba-da-ba-do, ba-da-da-da, ba-da. So again,
what the fuck?
If you don't understand what he doing, and I do, it must be a Sag thing because I got it.
Well, because she just said essentially you said the whole men's mental health, but so again, and then she also has said in the same breath that that God made you guys built to withstand that, to withhold it, So again, this is the reason why a lot of dudes shut up because they feel like, hey, we can't come to you. We were supposed to just shut up, keep our head down, work and pay these bills because that's quote unquote what a man is supposed to do. But at the end of the day, empathy means that, hey, we get tired just like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, so you're working a job, but yeah, we're working a job too. And we understand that you got to come home and you got to do X, Y, and Z. But guess what? We got to do that too. You know, there's plenty of times when, hold up, Jess, because there's plenty of times when I've gotten off work and you, out of the blue, like, hey, we got to go to the store. We got to do this. We got to do it. I can't necessarily get this chance to sit down and chill because we got to go here, go there, go there. Can't even sometimes get a chance to even unwind or get my thoughts together because we got to be constantly on the go. So again, I'm saying that we empathize, we understand, but again, we have that too, but we don't necessarily get that compassion from some of you quote unquote women. That's all that I'm saying. Not saying you, not saying D, but there's women out there who come out with this whole feminine energy you're supposed to, and we don't get no compassion either.
Listen, sir. This story was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and I shut up and let it happen, and it still turned out to be exactly what the fuck I was saying. At the end of the day, your 12 hours and my 8 to 10 hours or whatever the case may be does not give you an excuse to be in a shitty ass fucking mood if you love somebody. Like, if I love you and you love me. Now, I understand what Jess is saying. You got kids, but you can't automatically implement that on that man because those aren't his children. And I'm gonna just say that period, point blank, as blunt as I can be. He can't bear the brunt of your anger and animosity for you having to work 10 hours or 12 hours because you made a decision to have children with somebody who didn't work out. That's not his fault. If that man is showing up and trying to be a productive part of your situation, he deserves whatever love that you have left at the end of the day, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And just like I'm going to tell Third, if he show up at your house and he had a long day and he's a shitty motherfucker, hey, bro, that's not her fault. You chose that job. You chose the situation that you're in right now to be that situation. You don't get to take that on the people, because what people tend to do, let's be honest, what people tend to do is take the brunt of their frustrations and emotions out on the people that listen to them the most, the people that care about them the most, the people that love them the most are the people that get the brunt of all the negative energy, because the people that you really don't stand and really would like to beat the fuck up 9 times out of 10, cut your checks, have power and authority over you having a work situation, and you can't be your real authentic self and say fuck you and you got me fucked up And if it wasn't for this job, I'd beat the shit out you. And that's so you go home with that energy, and the person that, hey babe, how's your day? Man, fuck that. You know, like that's not okay. We can't pretend like that shit's okay. We gotta stop that. Man, woman, whoever, like that is not productive. We cannot do
so
that.
can I say something now?
Period.
Okay. So, go ahead, G, and then I'll
just real quick. I just want to be real quick. So I didn't get that from her. What I'm saying is that it's okay to come in. Anybody's gonna come in and be exhausted from the day and look forward to what they have to do next. So and when you don't get a breather, yes, it's not saying she got a shitty attitude. It's just saying she's exhausted. She ain't got time to pamper.
I can't come up for air.
You know what I'm saying? She can't pamper right now with that because she still got, her day is still continuing. It's not going to stop yet. But I get what you're saying, Quest, that some people do come in and they get to cussing and fussing. I mean, it ain't like she came in and threw a shoe and beat, Edward in the head with that. She's just, girl, but if you want to, girl, when we get off, go ahead. But I'm just saying, like, she's just, you can't take it like, oh, we get when y'all come in. I mean, when my ex-fiance, he didn't have no problems. We ain't had no kids in the home. I made sure that his dinner, everything was good together, his shower, everything, so he can relax. I get that part. But also, he was not in the greatest mood. But I'm saying that if I'm coming in and you're requesting me, well, baby, you can't give me no attention. You can't. Well, damn, can I get like 30 minutes to myself and the rest of the stuff I got to do? That's all she's basically saying is like, I can't come in skipping and, smiling. And this ain't John Cleaver. You know what I'm saying? She's still continuing.
You old. I don't even know what that is.
And they're not married. So at the end of the day, if it's some attention he's needed and it's bothering, but see, what works for them may not work for the same as your household. That might, hey, that might turn third on, and maybe he should go and run her bath water. Give her time to get her little hour in, and then she can regroup. The same way he would want, his attention, like he got lamb. Come on now, for Father's Day. Let's stop playing now. So she's entitled to come in. It's not like she came in cussing and fussing. She just like, I can't right now skip to my loop. Just, leave me alone for a minute.
I see we continue down this path of lack of accountability, boy. There's always some
we didn't went down this road.
There was always some justification with women when we call y'all on y'all bullshit.
Give me one sec, Tish. How you doing, Greg?
What's up, Reverend Bill? What's up? How you doing, Reverend Bill? Hey, I need you on this one, sir.
All right,
grab your Ghostbusters.
Greg, write down your notes. Right now we're gonna let Tisha take the floor. Go ahead, Tish.
Come on, Tish, with it.
I just have a question. Okay, so from my understanding, since I just been listening, or I should say from the point I'm about to come from, so we're gonna stay on Jess and Third because that was the topic. That was the scenario that was brought up. So would it have made a difference?
Yes.
Listen. Apparently you do, because Jess is spilling all y'all tea on here. So apparently there needs to be one. Okay. And before you even started to speak, you know how I am. And I could have been on your side and you wouldn't even known it because you didn't even let me finish. You know I don't run with the majority. I run with my own thoughts.
I know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So let me just put that out there. Is it more so the tone, as if like if she coming in and be like, man, I just got off work, I don't have time for all this, blah, 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 blah. Would it have made a difference if she had said it? You know what? I just got off work and I'm exhausted. Can I just get like 30 minutes before we continue on to this? Would it have made a difference, or would you still have seen it as, you don't know what I go through and I go through it too? Why are you so mean? Would it have been the same thing?
That's how it is. Right.
It definitely probably would have been.
Mm-hmm. It's the tone of voice. See, and that's why communication is so big, because she right now, if that's how she came in with her emotions of how she left work. So it takes two people to fight. So if one does not engage in that fight, it's going to be hard for the other one to continue. So if she comes in or he comes in, just at it, just full blown fire, and you reply with ice, eventually that person's going to calm down a little bit because he has no other fire to fight with, or she has no other fire to fight with. So that might be something, and I'm not saying y'all, I just use y'all scenario, or anybody else out there who's dealing with it. That might have to be, because you can't argue with yourself. Then you look crazy. So that might be it. One triggers the other's reaction.
Well, I'm from the land of Sagittarius where we say, fuck that. You give me some energy, I'm going to give you the energy right back.
I get it. I'm there with you. But, and I'm speaking.
Greg, you know how I am. Come on now. Don't be acting surprised.
It's not far. I don't have kids and stuff, but I'm so used to being by myself. So when my man tells me something and it can make perfectly good sense, but I'm going to fight you on it because I didn't say I was going to do it. You giving me that advice. And I've been taking care of myself this whole time. So I had a huge wall up. So it took a minute for me to let that wall down and be like, you know what? He actually does know what he's talking about. He does care about my outcome. It's not one-sided. So I'm going to back down and be like, okay, I hear you. I understand what you're saying. I'm going to try it your way. That's why.
I hear you 100%. But from a male's perspective, if we came in, and especially, I mean, truthfully, like I said, I'm in a supervisor role now. So now I got to deal with 9 different personalities of grown people who
I understand.
Like, you know what I'm saying, who are different personalities. So, you know, if I come in, this is say, for example, if I come in and I'm like, hey, babe, how's your day? Or I'm just like, you know, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? If I'm coming, no, I'm not saying you. Come on now, quit putting yourself in the situation. If I'm saying basically, if I'm coming in like that with that energy, if I'm giving that off, and you did not do anything to me to provoke that, why am I taking the ills of the world out on you and this person? You know what I'm saying? And then try to justify it by saying, well, that's just how God made you. God made you to endure pain, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for Eve biting the apple, you wouldn't have to go through that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and justify my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like where Quez was talking about, where we walk down this road of lack of accountability, it's the lack of accountability. So again, if you're talking about tone, then yeah, if it's tone, like, yo, I had a rough day, I'm not probably going to be sweet, whatever. That's a totally different approach than just like just being distinct. But we're supposed to just be okay with that because what, you're women? But again, so if we did that to you, then it'd be this whole big old thing. Well, again, like where these conversations lead to a lot of the times where the lack of accountability role, man, ain't shit. Yeah, high five, girl. Yeah, all this other bullshit. You know what I mean? So that's just where we're going with. So I don't know, but hello, Greg.
Are you ready for me to say what I gotta say?
Let's hear it. We got Bible verses on cue and everything. Let's go.
We need all that right now.
Number one, anytime your mate has a male or female has a rough day, the other partner is supposed to de-escalate their day. Kind word, like you said, you can't argue with yourself. But a lot of times that day has you. I do 8 to 10, 12, sometimes 16 hours. And sometimes I come home, shower, eat, back room, bedroom. Don't say a word, because I know if I did, it would lash out in the wrong way. So I go completely silent, and my wife understands that I had a rough day. The same goes for her. She had a rough day. I understand. I know what rough days are, and that's what we have to do. Whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife, we have to understand what a rough day is. And this world is going to chew you up and spit you out and won't care nothing about what's going on at home. So, as my dad used to say, suck it up and deal with it.
But I agree with you that you should know what a person's, what a rough day is. But I think is you also need to know how to communicate with your partner. So if your partner is having a rough day and you know your partners are having these rough days, y'all should be able to know how to communicate with each other to de-escalate that or to calm them down for the moment. You should know each other's triggers, so you know not to make it to where it's turning into something way larger to where now it's personal instead of just him or her coming home from work upset what happened at work. If you ask them what's going on, like what's wrong, why are you upset? And they're like, I don't want to talk about it right now. Sometimes you got to let them have that 30 minutes, whether it's men or female, let them have that 30 minutes to calm down. Or, whatever the case may be. But you guys have to know each other to be able to communicate those things to each other so it doesn't lash out.
Yes. Listen, there's a lot of time in marriage where like y'all get mad at 50-50, but sometimes in this life, it's gonna be some 90 and 10s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some 70 and 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all get mad about 50-50. Wait till it's 80% you that day, and your partner don't have nothing but 20% to offer on the table, and you got to deal with that, suck that up, and make that so that y'all can have that 100%. But like Tisha's saying, if you don't have open lines of communication, because I know one thing for sure, two things for certain over here. No matter what me and the queen may argue about, or what we may be going through, and people tell us all the time, we've never seen you argue. Oh, we argue, just not in front of y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's we don't do that outside shit. But in the comfort of our room, we may get a little, hey, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we're not gonna be going to sleep without telling each other, look, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we need to let this lay right here and pick this up on a different day. You know what I'm saying? But we always understand, like, if you have a bad day, if the queen has a bad day, babe, what's wrong? Man, it was just a messed up day. Well, what you need from me? Something that simple. What do you need from me? I don't have to know what happened because that's irrelevant. It already happened. What do you need from me? Well, shit, I just need you to keep the kids out the room for like an hour so I can just sit in here and go to sleep. You got it. Lock the door. Bam, kids, we outside. We playing tag, throwing water balloons, whatever needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that she can have that moment, and vice versa. It may be times I come home, I be on 10, like, hey, they got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool on this shit. Man, what you need? Man, I just need a beer and I need to smoke a cigarette and just mind my business. You know what I mean? Let me sit in the garage for about an hour, get my shit together, and then I'll be back in the house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just leave me alone for about a good 30, 45 minutes, and I'll be okay. Because sometimes you need that decompression moment, but if you're not able to communicate that with your partner,
that's very true.
What happens is, oh, you got an attitude? Well, fuck it, I got an attitude now.
Yeah, and now y'all arguing with each other instead of what really ticked you off was at work. It had nothing to do with your partner.
Don't do that. Don't get an attitude because your partner got an attitude. Give them some grace. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to share everything.
Yeah, don't share that shit. It's a bad.
Right.
Come on.
No.
So, real quick, Cynthia says communication is key, and once you know you are safe with your partner, it's a little easier to be transparent about how you're feeling, what challenges you might be dealing with, and how your day really was, etc. Which is true.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was getting ready to say, kind of like backing it up to what Greg was saying, I mean kind of correlating it with what D was kind of equated to as far as mental health. I mean, I think we as men have been conditioned to just shut up and just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And then, there's sometimes when there are times when Jess, if she sees that, I'm having a rough day or whatever, and I'll just try to just shut up. She'll try to pull teeth to try to get it out of me. What happened? Because she's trying to get that out of me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I have to just tell like, well, it was rough. And it was this. It was that. It's like pulling teeth, but she will try to attempt. You know what I'm saying? But again, so it's just like certain things where, like you said, if you have open communication and like I like how what Cynthia said, you got to be each other's piece. You know what I'm saying? Like with men, that's one of the taglines that I'm looking for my peace. I'm looking for my peace. Well, yeah, you got to be her piece too. You know what I'm saying? If you're giving her peace, then she should be your piece as well. And you guys both be coming home to a peaceful situation, no matter what the outside world you're dealing with is when you come home, you're supposed to be able to have that peace, rest your head, and to rest assured that, hey, your partner, your significant other, your spouse has you.
If you can't come home to a peaceful house, you're with the wrong person.
Period.
Big facts.
Period. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean?
You can have a disagreement with your mate, but once you lay your head in that bed, it's like you met her for the first time, like you 16 and you looking at that school teacher. Or
what? You lost me there.
Yeah.
What the what? What school teacher was you looking at?
I don't know. That's a different topic from what we talked about.
We just talked about school teachers on the Ratchet News.
Okay.
Some of these boys don't need to be looking at their teachers like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I need
got a lot of that going on right now.
What's going on?
Greg be sipping and we don't see his drink. He got that drink off camera.
But I'm saying at the end of the day, if you have a disagreement with your mate, when you lay your head down in that bed, you do not go to bed angry at that mate.
Ever.
True. I agree.
No, that's the only relationship advice I got for anybody. When they asked me a third to tell you, I gave him the same advice. Look, I'm not in nobody's personal business, but at the end of the day, don't go to sleep mad at each other. That's all the advice I got for you. If y'all go to sleep mad at each other, it's not
you might not wake up.
Yeah, it's not.
You got that right, Greg.
Might be a school teacher over there. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, hey, I don't know what you have going on in your scenario,
right?
Greg got some other shit.
He may be calm and went to sleep, but she hasn't. Yeah, right. She waiting on you to fall asleep.
Hey, Melvin.
If it's that time in a month and I'm bleeding, you might want to leave me alone.
Okay, so you know what, D? That is understandable. If you're in an attitude or whatever, women, if you're in that attitude, I don't know what it's like hey, God bless you. I get it. What can I do to help you? I get it.
Right. That's all I'm saying. I was trying to give you a hint earlier, like for real. It's not talking about men's mental health. That was more like a joke, but I'm saying run the bathwater, do something.
Oh man, she was spitting some hard.
No, buddy, that's because the devil is a lie. 69 God. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Melvin. Hey, D, I'm gonna remove you till you come back. I think your internet went out.
Oh man.
But Melvin, hey, we're sending out prayers to you, man. Healing energy. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself, man. And you know, so we here, you know, we sending out prayers and healing energy. So hopefully, you know, saying this is some remedy to help you feel better, you know, while you get through.
Hey man, the devil been on attack, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like blaming the devil for shit. You know what I mean? But I do recognize that he tend to show up when people got something popping.
Mm-hmm.
I do take that into full consideration. So when you start to get these attacks, just realize that your blessings on the other side of this test.
I say that all the time.
You know what I mean? And keep it moving. Because hey, you in favor if you ain't doing shit. He'll never bother you when you ain't got shit going. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you get a plan and you get some thought process behind it and you start making strides, here come this the world's #1 hater. You know what I mean? You know you ain't good enough. You know you ain't shit because your daddy wasn't shit. You know what I mean? It'd be that type of energy. So
yeah, because he ain't going after people he already have. So
true.
That part there.
And what people don't realize,
we're praying for you though, brother.
What people don't realize is they think the devil is the horns and the pitchfork. Nah, the devil is the most prettiest angel. And he's slicker than snot on the doorknob.
Boy, that was some old nigga shit. Slicker than what?
Slicker and snot on a doorknob. That's nasty.
Nasty.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, Greg. We might have to give you a timeout.
He's goddamn plantation riddles. Greg
He's
keeps coming up
on
here with
that
these
8 ball.
plantation riddles, sir. What is that?
He is.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Don't mind me. That threw me off.
But it's all truth, though. But it was
Yeah,
funny.
I'm just checking all my
Church ain't
doors
let you
now.
have first
Goddamn.
Sunday communion.
Sure ain't nothing
No.
He up there just he was like, this grape juice, this ain't no real wine.
Communion. No problem.
That's too funny.
Hey, Melvin said, y'all got my nurse rolling. Yo, tell her to chime in if she want to come. This is what we do every Friday. We're here and drop your 3 cents. We just, we have fun. We clown each other. You know what I'm saying? It's all in good love.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
I'm glad you're okay in there, though, brother, man. You know
I'm glad you're okay too. And it shows dedication that you're watching from the hospital room, man. You know what I'm saying? It's much love, and I appreciate you, man. Definitely.
Yeah, get well soon. Praying for entire healing.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Slicking and Snot on doing that. What's your point, sir? But I got a Lysol of my whole house now.
Okay, because it's been like COVID.
I got kids, man. You know what I'm saying? You put it.
That's
you
one of
entered
those.
a new fear boss in the house. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got kids, man. I gotta check all the doors.
Yeah, you gotta be precaution. Take all those
Lysol.
precautions.
Thank you.
That's one of those things that back down south they used to say. The old men when we go around them, and it just caught on. I'm sorry to say.
Some country stuff.
Yeah.
My family is 100%
Melvin
country.
says, y'all get me through when I'm in here, man. That's the whole point of this show, man. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about again, so what we go through in life is not relegated to just women or men. You know what I'm saying? We both go through it. You know what I'm saying? As far as gender.
Wait a minute,
What
cuz. What was that?
Your animosity.
See, that's why he don't listen to nothing we talk about on here.
She knows I'm playing with.
You gotta take that sad energy off of there, bro.
She knows I'm playing with. Jessica knows. Jessica knows at the end of the day I'm a big goofball. You know what I'm saying? She knows I'm playing.
She knows when the camera go off, she gonna stab you 7 times. And don't you call my phone talk about Quiz. She got me.
Man, I'm gonna call you like this, Quez. Like, man, my ankles, I can't walk the same right now. I got about 50,000 poke holes in my ankles right now.
Don't call me because you ain't gonna get no symptoms.
I think the baby crying. I'll call you right back. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna laugh. I'm sorry.
Like, man, my toes. She bit one of my toes.
And I'm gonna be like, what'd you say?
I got one statement to say. Mama Karen. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's between y'all. I don't know Mama Karen.
That's my mom.
He know what I'm talking about.
My mom's a Sagittarius.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
I was raised by one. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't no joke.
She ain't no. When I was born, she put Thug Life on my belly on herself. You know what I'm saying? Mom was a thug.
That's why I say if I find out anything just cutting you up, I'm laughing. You must have done something.
And Jess, we gonna pray for you too. I hope God gives you patience. You know what I'm saying?
She need a lot of it dealing with me at times.
Patience for all understanding.
I know she do. I know she
Yeah.
do.
Yes.
So unlike you, D, I can be. I walk down the counter and be right. I know when I can talk about myself and say that I already know.
I forever be talking about myself.
I already know. She need a lot of patience dealing with me.
Yes, she do.
I'm a Sagittarius. We're real about our shit.
Okay, so now you don't want nobody to agree with you. I'm just agreeing. But I know.
I'm giving you a hard time.
Jessica, girl, I feel you.
We don't need nobody else to agree.
You should have took that bone from that laptop and just.
What the fuck?
Teach, do
That's
we
what
lie?
you should have did.
No. You don't hear me disagreeing with you.
Exactly.
Because I know it takes a lot for me too. And my man's a Virgo, so he has some patience. So thank God for that.
Yeah, see, I'm a Virgo.
I be driving him nuts.
My question is, what does sign have to do with somebody's character? If they,
all right, Greg, I know where you're getting ready to go. Like, look,
Hey,
so
man,
I know Moses is not going to agree, you know what I'm saying, with what we're talking about, but there's still some personality traits that align with our personalities. You know what I'm saying? So we're not necessarily we're not subscribing and subjecting ourselves, but there's some personality traits that align. Like I said, I
Align with
keep it
my
all the way
personality.
funky.
Yep.
I keep it all the way funky.
I know.
See, you're
I
not
know
talking
for a
right.
fact.
You offended him right now. See, Greg, there are some things that when we
stop. You better stop.
The sign.
You better stop right now. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, you better stop. We're not playing with you.
Because if it was not for the firefly snot.
You're done. You're done. You are done, ma'am.
Oh, God.
Don't do that.
Leave D alone.
I let them know up front that it takes a lot to deal with me.
You got
and I ask them
a lot
all
of
the time,
time.
are you
It
sure?
take a lot of time to deal with you.
Are you sure?
This story be long as hell.
Hey, they will tell you.
In the Old Testament or the New? When they gonna tell you?
Both.
He's sipping on something. Greg, be honest. What you sipping on that's off camera? Stop playing with us.
It's holy water. Leave him alone. It's holy water.
That's that Jesus water.
Ew. Yo, Greg.
Wait,
what water was that?
Tap water. Tap water in the bottle.
That better not be real.
That's highly expensive tap water, Greg. I'm about to send you a whole case of Aquafina, or saying like anything but Arrowhead. Ugh.
I like Arrowhead. Don't hate.
Get you
Don't
some
hate. I like Arrowhead.
There you go, D.
Arrowhead.
Hey,
I know you old,
right, just hey, Greg, you drink out the faucet, didn't you? You say you drink out that water hose.
Water hose.
Arrowhead remind you of home. You know what I mean? Arrowhead remind you of home.
That's recycled sewer water.
Arrowhead remind you of a simpler time.
Yeah, they recycled that out and put it in the bottle. Don't nobody drink that shit.
Hey, Greg, I'm gonna tell you like this, Greg. You work, you pay taxes. You can afford Aquafina now. We ain't going back to Arrowhead.
And I even have a problem with Aquafina, but it's better than what you're drinking. So
yeah, I didn't even know they still.
I can't deal with Aquafina. Aquafina tastes like lead.
But I damn sure not drinking
Aquafina tastes like lead.
Are you serious? Do the water test.
Oh God!
Jesus Christ. Man, it's something else.
You have to do the water test, and then you'll understand what water that you're supposed to drink.
Greg, you ain't been sick since 1972, huh?
Nope.
You ain't had nan disease since 72.
But you know what?
Arrowhead before they put it in a bottle. That shit is sewer plant water from the goddamn. That shit is nuclear wastewater
from the old plantations in the south.
The old plant right there, right outside of Oceanside. That nuclear wastewater right there. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about San Onofre?
Yeah, you got that San Onofre wastewater in a bottle.
San Onofre.
Hey, Deb, you know what? If Arrowhead was ever thinking about sponsoring us, we lost that sponsorship.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want it from them because then I would have to drink it on screen, and I don't want to do that.
No, there's ways around that. You don't have to drink that.
Arrowhead, I apologize. We have some delicious, nice tasting tap water. It's really nutritious and healthy tap water that gets me through the day.
Hey, look at Arrowhead. You got that Dead Scrolls water. Golly.
You got Dead Scroll water. Sea Scroll water.
That part. I don't know what that man over there drinking.
That's all right. He's probably drinking it because that's the water that they found Noah's Ark in. So it's that religious, godly water.
David Ruffin came back singing on a high note.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I'm sorry.
Oh,
She
you're
said,
wrong.
I know
you know?
you wanna
Stop
leave
drinking
me.
that water, Greg. Stop.
But I'm
Greg,
a
no,
plumber.
for real,
so
Greg, you are better off putting some ice in a cup and turning your tap on. I promise you. And
Yeah.
drink an Arrowhead. You might as well just go ahead
And
and
drink tap water.
unplug the dishwasher. And when it's done washing the dishes, when it's on rinse, just go ahead and put that in the cup and drink that, because that's better than Arrowhead. You know what I'm saying? You get all that residue from the dishes that you done ate off of, cooked with. At least it got some nutrients and seasoning in it compared to that Arrowhead water that you don't drink that, bro. I'm telling you.
Man, I've been drinking Arrowhead for the longest.
You might want to.
I believe you. You know what, Greg, is that I believe you. I believe
that's how you had a physical blood drawn. We need to know what's in your blood.
You gave yourself chemo without any treatment, drinking Arrowhead. You know what I'm saying? That's why you bald head now. You know what I'm saying? You went through chemo with 24 packs of Arrowhead. You know what I'm saying? Cancer, get thine away from me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at least they'll send Greg some of that water, but we're not getting it. We're not getting it.
Drinking what he wants to drink. Leave Greg alone. There's nothing wrong.
Good night, y'all.
Arrowhead.
Hey, I love y'all.
Arrowhead gonna send him a whole caseload. Be like, the rest of y'all just die of thirst.
Hey, I got water. I'm good.
Well, see, you guys don't realize I'm a plumber. I know how to.
And you drink in the plumbing water with that. You should want better. You should want better for yourself.
Yeah.
See, that's
so you can stay healthy.
Boy, you ain't no good. You been over there fixing them people pipes and filling up your water bottle. Putting that bad rep on Arrowhead. Don't you do that, sir.
Don't do
You
that.
been putting that negative energy on Arrowhead. You filling up that recycled water from the people pipes when you go fix them toilets in them showers. You know what I'm saying? And you put Arrowhead bottles and repackaging it and putting it in everybody local Vons and Ralph's and you know what I'm saying? You're going to hell, sir.
You walked into that one. You walked into that one.
All right, y'all. Hey, so Quez, you gotta go, man. Go.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because we still didn't really get into the other topic. I know we talked about the Kendrick thing for a while. We talked about this masculine energy, feminine energy. We got some good perspective.
I got some time. Go ahead. I'm
go ahead and leave. You got jokes. Since you think you ha-ha, go ahead and leave.
Greg done came alive.
Get on that skateboard and roll. Don't worry about us. We fine.
Let me get the dough. Hold on.
Yeah.
Greg just said.
Oh yeah. Now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? now I'm here.
Yo, so we still had the men's mental health topic. You know, saying why do men remain silent? We also had the does bad mothering create F boys? You know, D kind of touched on it a little bit, you know, in our other topic, but you know what I'm saying? So we still got two other topics. So we can either stop it tonight, do an after party or something tomorrow or Sunday, or if we're saving for next week, or we can go for a little bit longer.
We
what y'all want to do?
We can go because I definitely don't have after party energy tomorrow. You know,
you gotta have after party.
I won't be here.
Yeah,
I got party.
I got.
You ain't going after. You ain't going nowhere.
Whatever.
That's right. Tell him, Jack.
Anime. You ain't going nowhere. Anime.
Oh, you need to cut that out. I'm a female person for
Let me go get some cake. I gotta go run to the store real quick. Go get some cake, so I can make her eat the cake.
Girl,
boy, you better cut it out, man.
I better not ever hear.
I gotta speak in.
You gonna get the picture of her eating
No,
the cake?
I better not ever hear, or you gonna have to deal with me. Yes,
man.
I'm
You're supposed to be Team Sag, not Team Short.
I'm a female Sag. I'm not about to do that with you. I better not. Even if she put it on herself, I'm gonna ask her what happened.
What you say?
You gonna have to prove to me that you
I
didn't
got
do
y'all.
it.
Look, I got a speech tomorrow from 12 to 5.
Oh snap! That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
So
And somebody's gonna actually listen to you.
I mean, shit, anybody but you and goddamn Arrowhead. You know what I'm saying? I won't speak for them.
Yeah, I drink Arrowhead. What is this? Skateboard?
Hey, that's
See, look, hostility brings about hostility.
I'm gonna be talking about some business principles and how Arrowhead shouldn't be selling that to the public. And I'm gonna make sure I include that in my speech now about when I'm gonna have my water gun full of Arrowhead water. As soon as you open your mouth, I'm gonna shoot you. And we all gonna die. You the only one that built up the immunity, sir.
That water is toxic.
You are the only one who's built up the immunity since 1968. You know what I'm saying?
Dre said he's doing just
68. They gave
Hey, Johnny B. Murphy says, "In light nights, Miller, don't hurt him, nephew."
Hey, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's right there.
I didn't even know people were still drinking that water, to be honest. I'm gonna have to do a poll. I want to see how many people I know is drinking
Really though.
All
that,
of them.
Hey, that just lets you know right there that Greg is built different. You know what I'm saying? Greg is built different. You know what I'm saying? He from Compton. Like D say, he had to avoid those fireflies. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? He done survived off of them. Then the Arrowhead. Greg is built different. That's my relative. Go ahead, Greg.
Oh, now he gonna claim you after he talked about you with the rest of us. Like how that is.
Hey, you know what's gonna be the irony? Is third. Greg gonna outlive you because he's been immune to diseases since World War II. You know what I'm saying? That man. Hey, when they dropped Hiroshima, they bottled up some of that water and gave it to Greg, and he been drinking Arrowhead ever since. So, you know what I mean? He ain't worried about shit.
Do you like the taste of the water? Like, why is it the cheapest in the package? Like, why why that water? There's so many.
I just been drinking it.
Okay.
I drink Fila. I drink Aquafina now.
Who is
Fila? The tennis shoes?
The high end bottled water. Fuji, whatever.
Fiji.
Fiji.
Right now.
There you go.
They
Fiji
just had a recall.
Fiji. Yeah, Fiji did have a recall. So y'all be careful with that water.
Man.
Hey, you been drinking
Filas. Always drink though, Greg.
Shout out to Aquafina.
No,
Aquafina is a delicious beverage that is getting me through the night. I was just having a rough cough, and I just took a sip of Aquafina, and I feel fine. So this has been sponsored by Aquafina.
You drink Aquafina?
Girl, I'm not even gonna touch that because I don't drink Aquafina either.
Man, Aquafina too. Hey,
that runs my truck. Aquafina.
Greg been drinking Hiroshima, and third is drinking Nagasaki. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, wait, remember that's my family. That's my family. Yeah, y'all family, all right.
Y'all bred for this.
Yeah.
Y'all finna turn into Ninja Turtles any moment now. Y'all drinking ooze. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all niggas is drinking ooze. What is wrong with y'all? There's so many other options out there. You should think highly of yourself. Yeah, look, he got his Ninja Turtle wristband on right now, Greg. I see you glowing in the dark.
Give me just to run away. Give me just to run away. She about to go get some cake.
Right now, that shit is glowing in the dark. You got a radiation band on.
Jessica's over here dying.
Put that shit down.
Jessica's over here crying.
Don't drink that shit no more. The band is fully lit. That means
Jessica's over here crying. As long as I get to be Raphael, but I'm gonna trade the red rag for the blue rag though. As long as I get to be Raphael.
I am in tears.
Greg wristband and started glowing in the dark. You drank too much, sir. Put that shit down. You're done. That is enough for today. I'm not playing.
I can't.
All right, y'all. So
y'all my family, boy. Y'all my family.
Yeah, we love you, Greg. So
we're gonna be praying for you too.
Okay.
Heavily.
Add Greg to the prayer list.
Heavily.
And third.
Right, we got another topic. We're just gonna call it a night.
We been said throw the topic out there, but
hey, David, don't come back here with this energy. Come on, David.
We been said it.
Come on, David. We agreed to give you your own separate dressing room, David. You're gonna have your own limo.
I ain't
You got your own
changing me
limo.
I ain't changing me for nobody. So.
You got your own limo already.
dang.
You agreed to the reunion terms, okay?
That wasn't in the terms that I read.
Go ahead, man. I got another 30 minutes for y'all, man.
All right, I only got another 30 minutes myself.
Well, let's go.
I'm tired.
Go
All
grab
right, so
something to drink while you started.
Don't have me bring up that.
So are we talking about mental health, or are we going to talk about the F boys?
Let's do mental health, man. Let's end on a good note. we don't want to cause any more disruption.
I hear it.
Great.
I didn't like that laugh, Teach. That was the secretary's laugh.
Because after this, y'all probably need some mental health.
What type of water you drinking, Teach?
I'm gonna go get
my purified smart water.
Oh,
I like
purified water. Purified smart water is a good water to drink when you need to come rejoin the Temptations and get your hydration back. So shout out to them too. Anybody but Arrowhead.
And Aquafina.
Aquafina.
Mm-mm.
All right.
So mental health.
So there was a clip that I. It's in there. All right. So there was a clip.
Roll that beautiful game footage. Let's go.
Right, I got it.
It's okay. 1.6 million men have tried. 525,000 men have died. Those are the numbers every year that we lose to suicide. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness. And I know not too many people will be talking about it. And not too many people know about it. But I'm going to be talking about it. Countless times in our society, we suffer in silence. And we are told to man up, to toughen up, keep our head down, and suppress our emotions. It's okay to not be okay and still be a man. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out to them. Do whatever you need to do to not carry the weight of the world on your back. Because at some point, if you don't have somewhere to put it, it'll crush you. I've been there. I know what it feels like to think that tomorrow might not be worth it. At the end of the day, you'll be okay. You may not see your way through, but you always have your next step. And you don't have to act like everything's okay, because it's okay if it's not. Sit in if you have to, cry, yell, scream, do whatever you have to do to process and feel those emotions. But don't let it consume you, because it's consumed enough. Keep going, because when it's all said and done, you will be okay, and you're not alone.
All right. So June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And so, one of the things that we touched on last week was we did talk about what does men's mental health mean to us, or what does peace mean to us. So, we want to try to continue in the same tradition with the time that we got. And we want to talk about more so why is it that you think that men suffer in silence? You know what I'm saying? And then for the women who have questions, if there's anything that you guys want, if you ladies want to ask, then feel free to ask at any time, because I felt that, last week was really, not last week, but the week before last was really almost in a sense therapeutic in a sense, because I think some women actually got to get a perspective from men, and you just in adoration were asking some legitimate questions, in regards to that. So, shout out to you women, for holding it down last week or the week before last. And so let's just continue on with that. So, for the fellas, why is it that you think that men suffer in silence?
That's been going on for generations. They all the little clips that they've been showing on the social media, how men scream when they're by themselves, but when somebody comes along and he's happy-go-lucky, like he has everything together. And that's true. I mean, sometimes you wonder why your significant other sits in the vehicle. They just don't come out right away, get out of the car and come in the house. They sit in their car for a moment because they have to depress their emotions. Because if they don't, Hey, it's World War III, and I've seen it firsthand.
Right. I agree. Quez?
I was trying to be serious. I didn't want to come in here with my nonsense. I've been listening, but you know what I'm saying? I had to get myself in control. But you know, I to be honest, I think it's a large communication barrier between the two sexes. Not to be on no, you know, what they call it, what adoration call it, some red pill, blue pill. She said some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been a large miscommunication between the two because we're both being fed, especially if you're on social media, you're being fed two completely different narratives that don't coincide with each other, that don't align no way in any shape, form, or fashion. So that when you get to your partner and you're having these barriers, there's no way for you to constructively navigate it and kind of to say like men are built for the abuse and men are built for the emotional turmoil and being responsible for healing the other sex, or vice versa. Like women, you know, are built to nurture you out of your fuckboy stage, or however y'all want to. Like neither one of those are acceptable. There should be safe spaces for both sexes to be able to. And if your partner isn't the first safe space, then maybe that shouldn't be your partner. And I'm gonna continue to say that every time I come on here. If you don't feel like you can go home and talk to your partner about the things that plague you, and be vulnerable and have a constructive conversation without it turning into, you know what I'm saying, arrowhead water, then you dating. You know what I mean? I just don't. And look, hey, he's just over here drinking all kind of debauchery. And
Don't leave that alone.
we're listening to him. You know what I'm saying? He keep promoting bullshit. So, Greg, we're gonna go ahead and take you off the stage now. You have a great life in Chernobyl, and you know what I'm saying, whatever it is they do over there at that Ferris wheel that ain't moved in 60 years. But you know what I'm saying? This man, I can't. That's it. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. Greg, I can't be serious with you on the screen. Sir. You know what I'm saying? I love you, but I can't be serious, man. Greg, I'm sorry.
I think a lot of ways that.
Go ahead.
I think a lot of ways sometimes that, you know, men suffer in silence because, like, kind of like what Greg was talking about earlier, was that, you know, we're kind of conditioned to be that way. You know, we're raised that way. We've seen the generations of men that came before us, you know what I'm saying, and we try to emulate that, you know what I'm saying, where we're getting it from our grandfathers, or our uncles, or, you know, stepfathers, fathers, whatever male figure that's in your life that you're getting gain from, or you're trying to mimic, you know what I'm saying, or what you're being taught. You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes even what it comes down to is that we don't want to be a burden to other people. And, you know what I'm saying, we try to figure out ways of how to deal with a lot of issues internally as opposed to externally, you know, as opposed to going to actually talking to somebody. And like Quez said, you know what I'm saying, like some of us haven't really learned what it meant for your spouse, you know what I'm saying, or your partner to be your safe place for you to actually, you know, talk, communicate, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes we withhold. And I think sometimes it's like, you know, a lot of men feel, or they find different ways that try to release, or to try to soothe, or to try to numb whatever it is that they're going through, you know, whether it be, like I said, alcohol, drugs, women, food, different vices, as opposed to actually dealing with the actual issue at hand. They just suffer, you know what I'm saying, which if it's bad energy, or if it's a bad thing that you're implementing into your life, then it could lead to an early demise.
Agreed.
Wise words, sir. Wise words.
So how many of us up on here can honestly say they can go to their significant other and be vulnerable to a point and expose everything that they're feeling?
You ain't raise your hand, sir.
I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I would never lie. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wasn't
Like,
talking to you. I was talking to
Listen
Greg.
to Greg.
Yeah. I'm with you, Ed. I'm with you.
it's not so much as that I can't. It's
You have your own barriers, sir. That you
yeah.
need to deal with.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? Like
All
I
that
didn't
tap water y'all been drinking. Trying to tell you, the
I mean, I didn't necessarily learn.
Aquafinas block your mental paths.
I mean, truthfully, I really didn't know what mental health was as far as for me. You know what I'm saying? And until I started having to learn, you know, after my divorce, you know what I'm saying, trying to suppress a lot of what I went through when my son passed away. You know, me being angry with God, you know what I'm saying, me being angry with myself, feeling like I was a failure, feeling like, you know, I couldn't save my son. And at the same time watching my son's mother, you know what I'm saying, watching her laying on the bed like damn near dying, and I was powerless. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that feeling of failure, you know what I'm saying, was something I had to live with, you know what I'm saying? And I cried in the shower, I cried in the car, I had to go to work and still deal with people trying to get me fired, you know what I'm saying, dealing with haters, dealing with a lot of stuff. I didn't know who really to turn to or what to turn to. So I suppressed it. So it wasn't until a little bit later when I started, you know, like going to church and talking to a pastor, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pastor Fox at True Vine Ministries, you know what I'm saying, and Pastor Marco over at the Way World Outreach, you know what I'm saying? Like really just starting to really just talk to other people and going to different men's groups and going to marriage counseling classes, that, you know, it was okay to be vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not all the way there yet, which is why I haven't really raised my hand. There's times that I can actually talk with Jess. She makes it comfortable to where I could talk with her. There's times that I can, you know what I'm saying? But there's times that I still feel like, you know, again, I just don't want to be a burden, you know? So, you know, I have my outlets where and my grandmother used to be my rock, you know what I'm saying? And now that my rock is gone, I don't feel like I have that no more.
Can I interject for a second, sir? Yeah, with the both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? It kind of sounds like when somebody like the complete opposite of what Jess said earlier about how she was so comfortable controlling her situation and her narrative of life, and then you turn around and say she creates the safe space, but I'm not going to use it. That's kind of the same thing, and you know, I don't want that to slip through the cracks, because you guys are kind of playing the same game now. Like, she creates a safe space for you, admitted that she gives you the opportunity to speak, but the fact that you allow your ego, which is easing God out the way, to fit your narrative is also disingenuous to your own progression. The reason I raised my hand, I didn't say that every situation I feel like I'm super vulnerable that I take to my wife, but I know in the event that I can go and talk to her and let her know exactly how I'm feeling and exactly what I'm going through. And even if she doesn't do anything but just listen, that's more than enough. But I those avenues are open. So you have to take full advantage of that, because a large plethora of men do not have the vulnerability that you have and the safe space to express it in. So you can't, you know, berate a woman for being strong and independent and being financially secure and taking care of herself, and then also allowing you a safe space, and then you be like, well, I'm not going to use that because I'm a grown ass man. You know,
that's the reason. I hear what you say. You're right, but that's the reason too, because I do know and I see what she goes through a lot. I don't need to add on to what she's going through. You know what I'm saying?
But if you be truthful, that's her decision to make.
Right.
She's going to decide whether she chooses to deal with it or not. All you're doing is hurting both of y'all by not being completely honest. That's all I'm saying, sir. You got to lay your cards on the table And if they
But
decide
he
to
is
play
being
spades or
honest.
not, that's their business.
Go ahead, Greg.
He is being honest. If you've been going through a lot in your life and you try to reach out to people, and the one that you reached out to, unfortunately, God took them away, then yeah, I feel you on that, because my mother was the gorilla glue for our family. I mean, my mother, you could be angry at the world, but one conversation from my mom, she would soothe you better than a lamb. She would get you to the point where you would just literally just feel at peace. And now she's not here. And it's just one of those things that I have to deal with.
So Greg, let me be honest with you, sir.
You're right, Greg. I feel you.
Has God let's y'all know the scriptures, especially you,
Yes,
Greg.
I do.
So has God ever taken something from someone and not replaced it tenfold?
He replaced it with himself.
Has he ever taken something from someone and not replaced it with something better or something more beneficial to that individual? So because you're focused on you looking behind at Sodom and Gomorrah, and now you salty because you looking back, and he told you not to turn around.
Wow.
No, not that. I get where you're trying to go with that.
Listen.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
I'm talking the truth here. You're salty because you keep looking back. He gave you those moments so that you can be blessed with them, but then he put systems in place for you to move on when that time came, and he told you not to look back. That's just how I view those types of things.
What's looking back?
Because you're
not
saying,
a point that I'm looking back.
You're saying life has never been the same since she's been gone. And I completely understand that. I felt the same way when my granddaddy left. Now, but listen, there came a point where I said, Granddaddy gone. He's not coming. I can't continue to focus on that. There's people that I'm responsible for right now. And I got to
Hold on, Greg. I'll let you. You'll get a chance to go, Greg.
Your moment, Greg. But I got to take that same information that I found valuable from Granddaddy, and I got to become that for the people that depend on me now. I can't wallow on the fact that he's not here and the family is then fell apart, because believe me, it happened to me too. You know what I'm saying? When my granddad was gone, the family fell apart. I don't fuck with a lot of them. It's okay. I love them, and I love them from a distance. But what I do is I take those lessons that my granddaddy gave me and I carry on, and I can't continue to look back with like, shit, granddaddy gone. This shit ain't gonna never be the same. Woe is me. And we just fuck from here on out. No, you can't live in that, because he gave me those lessons so that I can elevate them and keep them fucking moving.
I hear you. I'm gonna interject a little bit, Greg, and I'm gonna let you get off. So again, what the guy just said in the clip was essentially what Greg is trying to say is that it's okay to feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that, okay, look, we lost people and we stopped or whatever, whatever, we're stopping life, whatever. No. Not saying that at all. You know what I'm saying? But we're just saying it's okay to feel like there's just times that, I feel like I can't necessarily trust, or I feel like I can't open up. You asked if God has blessed you tenfold. There's been different areas of my life he blessed me with tenfold. But the one thing that he hasn't really blessed me with since I lost has been my son. So again, I haven't said yet, you know what I'm saying? Because I still don't know what God has in store for me. And that's what walking out on faith does. Because you know that, hey, he's going to have something for you in store. You just haven't seen it yet, but you just got to trust that he got you.
Greg,
and that's what we go off.
Greg, I don't want to cut into your time, but this is where I start to challenge people, because I got an insurmountable amount of faith. So you can't play the faith game with me, sir. You said you lost your son.
I'm not playing the faith game with you.
No, I'm not talking to you, Greg. I'm talking to Third right now, because you said you lost the son, right? And God ain't replaced it yet. But there you are sitting with a queen right there that has a son that adores the fuck out of you. And then she has an older son that you may not have built that bond and relationship with yet, but because you want to tell God how to bless you, that now you can't get your blessing that he done sat right in your fucking lap. Because you want to tell him how he's supposed to bless you and what it's supposed to look like. Maybe your blessing is right there on the left side of you, even though she may get on your fucking nerves, and she may be light-skinned, and she may be short. I'm just playing, Tess. I love you, Tess. I love you to death, Tess. I'm just saying, your blessing could be right there, but people be wanting to tell God how to bless them. God, this ain't the blessing I want. I hear what you're saying. Like what I lost.
I hear what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
You always do. You always do. There's some rebuttal to that. There's some rebuttal, but I hear you. But go ahead, Greg.
Where did
and
you
not
get
to the
this
blessings,
guy
because
from?
our boys are blessings. Our boys are blessings. But go ahead, Greg.
I know.
I'm not. It's not the fact that I'm looking back. It's the fact that your mom is your mom. If you have not lost your mom, then you have no clue of what how it is to feel to lose a mother. And she has instilled in me to be a non-judgmental listener. That was the gift that she's given to me, to where when I speak to people, I smile and I say, "How you doing?" And that opens up. Me, on the other hand, I've had myself to where I opened up to people that I trusted, blow it out of proportion. And it's got me to a point where God is still working on me, to where I'm not going to put myself in that vulnerability again. So you can try and rag and all that other stuff about my Arrowhead, my A&W root beer, but me, myself, God has got me 100%, and I'm all right.
I know you are, sir, and I love you.
Okay. Try and get my thoughts together. I should have been writing all this down. First of all, about holding stuff from your significant other. When you bottle all that stuff in, whether it's your wife, boyfriend, or whatever, girlfriend, whatever, when you hold all that stuff in, it don't just mess with your mental, it messes with your physical too. True. So if we're wondering why a lot of stuff is going on in our bodies that we have no clue where this is coming from, guess what? There's some things you need to work on internally that you can start to let go, so that way your body can heal. That stress is a huge killer, especially for us in the African American community. So you need, that is a release of stress. So if you feel you're unable to do it with your partner, please find somebody to do it with, because it's not a healthy thing to hold that in. True. Second, God put the woman on this earth right to be a helpmate. Why are you not letting her help if you're keeping it from her? You're not allowing her to walk in her purpose when you're not allowing her to be your helpmate. Like Claire said, she might not even have to say anything. She might not even have to give a suggestion or tell you, maybe you should try this. No, all she is there for is to listen and give you a place to release. But she can't be your helpmate if you don't give her the opportunity to allow you to release.
True that.
That's something and I'm not speaking this because of, I know from experience. I spoke I spoke what I've been through on here, and there's a lot of things I had to learn that I learned on my own, because I was holding into stuff. And then when I let go of stuff, it's just a feeling of when you're able to release, and that even when that person don't even say anything, they're letting you know that they're listening and they hear you and they feel you. It's like a whole, I don't know, it's just a whole huge weight lifted off your body. But if you're planning on being with this person until God comes to the rapture and picks us up or calls you home, you're going to have to find a way to open that part of the communication line so that woman can walk in her calling as being your helpmate. If that's what she is.
I feel you on that.
My turn.
Real quick, D.
So
my advice to fellas, because, and real quick, I'm gonna let you get off. But my advice to fellas, because again, she's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that really have something to do
I'm about
internally.
to help you out.
No, I get you, D. No, but I want to definitely talk to the fellas.
Right.
I'm about to let you get on. So, fellas, you have to learn how to trust. That's rule number one. Learn how to trust. Well, go ahead, D.
Okay, so what I want to say is that I get everything about, that's your partner, you this and that. But at the end of the day, everybody has to, when you're starting out dating, you're not married to each other yet. Therefore, her duties are not fully as a partner that she's supposed to be obligated to do yet. Because everybody has to have their pace until they get to that point, and then the marriage. So you have to first see if you're compatible, if you are able to do that, because just like you say, you're learning. So you have to learn your spouse or your partner, or the person you're dating. You have to learn them first, and then know, because you guys might get to next month and say, hey, this ain't working, or maybe we aren't, but we'll be good friends. You never know. So you can't, like they say, you can't play house. God is preparing you right now. So you can't just jump in there. And I get you don't want to sell everything right now, because you have to get to that point. Until you get there, until he prepares you to get all the way in there, you're not ready to jump in there. It's like saying, okay, I want to roller skate, so I'm just jump on these skates and just go on around this thing. Well, you're going to bust your ass a couple of times, because you have to wait and take your pace. That's not your pace. You got to get the little thing and carry it, little walker. You got to take your time, and you both got to get your rhythm. And then you will proceed and move forward as accordingly, if you both are walking in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because one might do and the other one may not want to. One might be completely, fully walking that way. The other one may not want to. So it all depends how you move. You have to move together. And so until you guys get that rhythm, and that's why you'll know her rhythm when she comes in. She won't have to explain that she's had a bad day, because you're going to look at her. You're going to basically know it, smell it, or whatever. You're going to know. Same way she knows you. That's how she knew to fix your butt some damn lamb. I'm just mad about this lamb, though.
I see. We're going to have to work on that.
Yeah. Really,
I ain't never had lamb before.
And I agree with you. This is not something that you should be open and willing to share with somebody you just dating. But
right.
if you guys are in a relationship and you're in it for the long haul, then allow her to be that safe space. Allow him to be that safe space. I completely agree with you, D. But don't take away.
He doesn't want to give all that. And he's at his pace. You know what I'm saying? That's
and I completely agree with that.
And the same way when she comes in, she ain't cussing him out, because she mellows him out, because like you said, one of you said that you can't match, like you said, it takes two to argue. So if she comes in at a 5, and you know what I'm saying, or she comes in at an 8, as long as he ain't going up to a 10, guess what, she's gonna come down. It's like, I worked for the airline for 32 years. Okay, and United ain't an easy airline to work for. So when people call in and they do that rah 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 rah, I talk real low. And guess what they got to do? They got to shut the hell up and listen. So, and that's the same thing you have to implement in your relationships. You talk lower. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Quest was right. You never want to go to bed mad, because you want to think about it. The Lord will think that, okay, this is the person you want to still be angry at, or you leave a house mad. You don't know what could happen. He'll take them away over a simple. And then you're like, what was we arguing that for? Now you over a casket crying.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff that comes when you start. I don't know y'all's business. I'm saying anybody. Until you live together, you really don't know how you're gonna act. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a whole nother situation.
You know what the problem is? There's a lot of individuals out here giving up husband and wifely duties to people that they met 40 days ago.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
Very, very true.
You guys are giving up husband and wifely intentions to somebody you met with less time than it takes for you to pass your probation at your job.
Right.
What are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
And then my last point was.
Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. My last point was, I can't remember what the word Greg used, but I'm gonna use patience as an example. When people be like, I'm not patient, I'm not able to do this and this and this, and One thing I was told, like, you don't pray for patience, because then all these situations are going to pop up to have you practice your patience.
Mm-hmm.
Greg did not use the word patience, but he used a different word. I cannot remember what it is, but the whole thing is similar. If you're not ready to deal with certain things, like don't, you have to find another way to figure it out. Because if you pray to God and ask him, I want patience. I want to be able to comprehend this. I want to be able to understand this. I want to get my emotions in check. Oh, guess what's going to happen when you try not to be angry all the time?
You're going to go work for the county.
Come your way to piss you off, because that's how you practice. How can you build up your strength to be able to handle situations without punching people out, unless you're in a situation where you feel like you want to punch that person out? You have to practice it. So if you're not ready for that, don't ask God for that, because it's coming.
That was
the word I used
today, Tisha.
The word was non-judgmental listener.
Nope, it wasn't that, because I got that. It was something that you said that when you were talking about your mom and how it was easy for you to communicate with her, and you don't think, so it was a word you used, and I should have written it down, because I knew with all the other talking I was going to forget it. But it reminded me of how when people pray, when they want to be more patient, they want to be more loving, they want to be more kind. When you want these types of traits, God is not going to just place them on you and be like, okay, Tish, guess what? You're not going to want to beat up people no more. You're not going to want to do this no more. You're going to be placed in situations where you have to practice that so you can strengthen it. There's no way you can strengthen a skill without practice. And you're going to fall on your tail. Like the first time I might want to whoop on somebody, and I do. The second time I might be like, you know what? You caught a good one today because I don't feel like it. And it keeps going on and on and on until it becomes easier for you to walk away from it. That's what it is. You have to practice it. And you're going to fall on your butt. You're going to have moments of what people call failure. But those are all learning experiences. You learn from each one of those experiences until you become strong in that skill that you're trying to perfect.
Word. We're going to leave it on that. Like I said, I just wanted to touch base on it. I know I think we should spend more time on it because it's a good conversation. We don't necessarily have these a lot within the Black community as far as men, you know what I'm saying? But again, my vulnerability, you know what I'm saying, and Greg's vulnerability, to be real, you know what I'm saying, just, that's what it means. You have to be vulnerable.
That was the word. I think that was the word, because it just popped them to be vulnerable. You have to put yourself in those places to be vulnerable, or you're never going to be vulnerable. You have to practice it.
And that's what I was saying. The one thing I learned is that you have to learn how to trust.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to build that trust too, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I know where Greg is coming from. Greg is coming from a spot to where it's like, where you've given that trust to people and they taking that and they betrayed it, to where now you feel like, all right, I'm just going to keep it enclosed. I'm not going to step there and let people in no more and all this. It's a defense mechanism, you know what I'm saying? So, when you've gotten the ills of the world, you learn how to defend. And, you got Quez, you got like different people, who've been blessed to have people that kind of give you that safe space. But that one entity that gave you that haven, when it's gone, you become more enclosed again. But yeah, that's not nothing to say anything against Jess, because Jess is good. Like I said, I talked to her one day. I had a bad day, and she came over with some food and some Hennessy, and I needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now we're gonna have to take up a collection to get you out of rehab and send you to AA.
We're gonna start a
GoFundMe account. But also,
and
my last note on that is though, and me, because I was the huge defense mechanism. But who are you hurting when you're blocking that? Their lives are going on. You're hurting yourself.
You're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
But then also, what I've also learned too is that you not only hurt yourself, but you hurt your partner who is yearning for that vulnerability.
I learned the same.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not, especially when you got that person who's begging for a sense of vulnerability, if you're not giving that to them, yes, you're hurting them too. Yeah. I can promise you that. You know what I'm saying? And again, everything that you go through in life is a learning experience. So this is why we have this platform, so we can give you the experiences that we've gone through. We can talk to you in real time and let you know. Like Quez will have this shit. If I certified's another dude, if I ever come like, they be the ones that like, they have accountability partners. You know what I'm saying? People that hold you up, like, yo, get your shit together. Come on, man. You know you better than this. Keep your faith in God. This is what we need as Black men within our circle. We need to keep and hold each other accountable, to keep lifting each other and building. And this is what we pass down to the generation, because after we go, this is what we need to leave as far as a legacy. So therefore they know, and then they can pass it down, and we can break generational curses, you know what I'm saying? And we can actually just learn to do better.
Yeah, like that Aquafina, pass it down that y'all ain't supposed to be drinking it.
Yeah, say that person Aquafina right now. You know
that other water, Greg drinking. Pass it. Don't pass that down to your children.
Yeah. But yo, this has been a good one. I know we got to go. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. David Ruffin, it's good to have you back with the Temptations. You know what I'm saying? Go enjoy your dressing room. You know, Melvin Franklin was out singing bass for some other group, so we're gonna get on his ass.
Yeah, we tagged,
you know what I'm saying?
Took over. Yeah.
Melvin show ain't tap in today.
Nope.
Light skinned ass nigga.
He over there with Drake.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Even hurt since Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying?
That was mean. Yeah, he gonna come for you next.
Shout out to Greg and Compton. You know what I'm saying? Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny held it down for Compton, man. Like, yeah.
Fighting them fireflies. Fighting them fireflies.
Gotta love it, man. Hey,
all right,
I love y'all, man, on purpose. Ain't shit y'all can do about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love you. And I'm gonna talk shit, so just get used to it. And,
right.
And have a great, wonderful evening.
That's what we do as a family. Well, we love y'all. Have a good night. See you at the next one. Peace.
All right.
Love y'all.